8-Bit Bros program. You can check them out here on Ironic Radio Network. 8-Bit Bros. That's number 8. Then bit. Then bros. One word. I strongly encourage you to stay tuned for that. And if you want, they also have a Facebook page and a much better live show. Anyway, 8-Bit Bros, 8 p.m., Ironic Radio Network.
It's 8 o'clock, and you know what that means.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the 8-Bit Bros. As you can see, we are not anywhere but where we're supposed to be because we're good, monitored citizens. This is not a kid-friendly show. Adult language, adult content. Oh, people, do the right thing. And hey, Webby, Novid my COVID, bro.
Dude, the delay on Facebook is insane.
Right?
It's insane.
It's always that way.
You're not even speaking the intro yet.
I am now.
Now you are.
I just finished the intro. Can you hit buttons?
No, fucking COVID my Novid, or Novid my COVID, or whatever the fuck you just said.
Okay, Paddy.
Oh, welcome back to another fun-filled, fantastic, fabulous, fucked up, fun, factual fucking show we like to call the 8-Bit Bros. Center box gets a square.
What up, people?
Look, I can't even look at it. It's so fucking delayed. To the left. It's me. I think I'm to the left. I have no fucking clue where I am tonight except in my own COVID-19 bunker here. Web boy. To the right, 846 miles south. The one and only Thumpin' Loud. Top box tonight. We got no name. No name in the box.
Yeah, no name in that box. The 2-picture screen, he's got his name in the box.
Yeah, say we got fucking Mike Digger Jones in the house tonight. Gentlemen, hey, how are we?
We're alive. We're kicking.
Down with the rest of them.
We're all clear right now, right? You can all put thumbs up. You're clear. No COVID.
Yeah, I don't know. Haven't been tested yet, but PNC over here is going to be a fucking testing center come like 3 days. Just drive up.
And I may be volunteering over there. So.
Oh, good, you do that. What, are you going to walk a fucking marathon at the same time?
Because they didn't know when it was going to be. It's 3 days.
No, it's long story. Get into it later.
Thump, what are you doing? Oh, setting your background. Gotcha. Gotcha.
I'm hanging out with the people.
Yeah. Well, hey, drop
you, Ren. Fuck you, Ren. I'm out with the public. I'm hanging out at the concert.
Yeah.
I just got a really good microphone, and the gain's turned way down, so y'all can't hear what's going on back there. But because I didn't want to interrupt the show.
Is it Dropkick Murphys?
Yeah, you know it.
They're doing a free show over on Facebook. Not to distract you from the 8-Bit Bros, but hey, yeah, they're over there. Might as well, you know. You can jump back and forth, or you can open up too. Listen to us and jump.
Do like most of the world and have multiple monitors.
That's right. That is right. So, shit's getting hairy now, huh?
Shit's getting real.
I mean, so your New York mayor wants to shut down New York City, and then your New York governor is like, I don't think so, bro.
Well, yeah.
That might be a bit much right now. Just calm down.
Be a little fucked up because I'm telling you, if New York does it, so does New Jersey and Connecticut.
Well, all I'm saying is San Francisco's already self-quarantined at local, like, what are they calling it? There's a certain level of quarantine.
Shelter in place.
Yeah, shelter in place.
Oh, yeah, in case no one sees, it's my Guinness St. Patrick's Day shirt. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, because
here's the thing. So if the New York mayor's like, yeah, why don't we just do the shelter in place thing? We'll just do it for like a week, right? And all's well. And you got the governor going, yeah, that might be a little drastic. People might freak out, social unrest and all that. And then all of a sudden, It doesn't get better, and then you got the mayor going to the governor. Told you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I told you. If we had done this, this wouldn't be a problem right now, and it'll
Steps
turn into
and
one
places.
giant tit for tat in the middle of the state.
Yeah. Steps and places.
6,400 people in the U.S. contaminated. Total confirmed cases squeaking closer and closer to the 200K mark.
And there's nobody in South Jersey. It's all
not
down
yet.
here, north.
Well,
It's 'cause it's
we've got Old
low,
Bridge.
it's
We got.
No, there's cases in Monmouth. There's cases in Ocean.
Monmouth and north.
Okay, yeah, let's see what we got. Where's New York? United States. Where are you? United States. And then we go to regions. No, we want Jersey, right? How do we get to Jersey? We drive to Jersey.
80 new cases.
Here we go. Okay, so what do we got? Total
Like 270.
United States. We've got 3 deaths in Jersey.
Oh no.
We've got 267 confirmed cases, 3 deaths. Only 1 person has recovered so far.
Yeah, if you've seen all the spring breakers, that number is definitely about to shoot up.
Right.
The spring breakers in Texas and in Florida are about to redisperse themselves back to the populations that they came from and take the world with them.
108 total deaths in the United States so far. Only 17 people out of 6,421 have recovered.
Not for anything. When you hear your generation get called out by the president and WHO and fucking every other power it be, you're obviously fucking up.
Yeah, 154 countries infected so far. But it's okay. The flu is worse. You fucking stupid people.
50 million people have the flu.
225,000 last year had the 225 million were infected with the flu last year, and every woman on the face of the planet's a carrier.
30 to 50,000 die.
Yeah.
So
It's the same thing with fucking with this coronavirus. Women can be carriers. Think about that the next time you stick your tongue in your bitch's mouth. Self-quarantine at home don't work, by the way. What good does it do? Especially if somebody's got it in your household. Now the whole house is affected. That's what happened with the kid in Jersey, right? They got the first confirmed case of a fucking 7-year-old in Jersey.
But
5-year-old.
you're not
What?
spreading it.
No,
Is the
no, you're not
point.
spreading it.
Self-quarantine
like-
works
right.
because it keeps it in your house.
Right, you just wipe out your own family and be done with it.
Don't spread false information. It don't
No,
work.
no,
It works.
I'm not saying it does work. Yeah, you just wipe out your own fucking family.
Well, yeah. It's,
Alaska's got
remember, we're
3
flattening
cases.
the curve.
Yes, that's the important thing is flattening the curve, which if you look at the curve, it is flattening. Well,
Well,
China is.
No,
China's
China's curve is
flat.
flattening.
well, the important statistic is if there are facts behind the numbers right now,
Right.
we're on pace to far exceed what happened to Italy.
Oh, yeah.
Because
movie's-
that's the running chart that seems to be out there floating around on the internet right now, and it is we're kind of tit for tat slowly increasing from confirmed case 1 to day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
numbers are going up just a little bit faster than theirs were. So
Well, we
Well,
close.
New Jersey, over the course of the past 2 days, just New Jersey alone has added 80 cases a day.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday was 80, today was 84.
this week was 1.
Yeah. We had like fucking 1 last week, and now it's.
yeah, I think North Carolina had reported where it was only 40 yesterday. I think haven't really been looking at the numbers for today, but
North Carolina 64
yeah, so
confirmed.
20,
No.
20 more from yesterday, 20 plus.
Nope. Yeah, no deaths. Nobody recovered yet. Carolina 64. Oh, what are you listening to over there? You just checking shit?
No, I just clicked on our video and
Yeah, it always
Oh.
comes in hot.
Mike Langdon in the house.
Yo, Leggins Paddy's out there cooking it up.
Yeah, with the corporate burgers. Not allowed to serve food outside. Can't do that unless it's curbside pickup. They stopped all that shit.
Hey, so Webb, the local craft in our area, Maloney's,
Yeah.
is opening for growler service
Yes.
to
Yay!
try and salvage the beer that they have because of the loss they would take. I was in there yesterday. Insurance will not cover their beer.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Not an open
Active
keg.
blood.
But I think we're gonna see bins.
No,
Well, I heard today that they're going to some places going to try
Microphone.
drinks.
Talking to that microphone.
Try to deliver.
talking to your microphone.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah.
How are they going to do that?
I don't know how they're gonna do that. I don't even know if that's legal. Yeah,
What?
we closed the bar last night. We closed the Monahan House for our what I like to call the
Party.
empty the keg party.
Yeah, I know. I saw that yesterday when you posted that you were going to be heading out to do that, and thought it was real good to go out and but I think we're going to see a little bit of a binge. Like current policy doesn't cover that type of thing.
Right.
But I think what we're going to see on the back end of this is a lot of change in policy and a lot of companies not wanting to be the dick. I don't want to
It's
be.
insurance companies, man. They don't
What?
want.
No-
They're going to be spending enough money. They're going to be like, yeah, your beer. We don't care about your alcohol. We don't care about your food.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that. I think you'll see a change of heart at the other end of this. I think there'll be a lot more paid out than not.
I think the ramifications of this we haven't even.
Oh,
tipped the
we don't
iceberg.
even we don't even
Yeah.
have an idea yet.
Like Governor Murphy came out today and said, "All right, today's bad news is we're closing all malls. Any mall that's closed or indoor mall closed. All amusement parks, theme parks closed.
Well,
malls
yeah.
they have to do because malls are just like a haven for it.
Well, think about it. The places that are allowed to be open are your grocery stores, your gas stations, your Targets, your Walmarts, your Costco's, your Sam's Clubs, any place where you can get food or gasoline or but none of them can be open 24 hours. They can stay open past 8 p.m., but
Have to clean and stock.
cannot be open 24 hours like, some of them. All the grocery stores around here that are normally open till midnight close at 6 p.m. Have a nice day. Get what you need. Get out.
6 p.m. It's early.
It's a big change in the world, man. This is
9/11. Now we have this.
This is going to have a weird flex on 9/11.
This is going to be more of an economic impact because it's worldwide. And I mean, 9/11 was too, but you had like the New Yorks, the Washingtons, that were mostly
It
affected.
wasn't as far-reaching. This is nationwide.
See, I'm reading this article right here, and I just want to say this is fucking.
Well, it's just
This is
changes,
price
like, every
gouging
10
right here.
minutes.
This is price gouging right here. Okay, so in Marlborough, New Jersey, an urgent care off of Route 520 is going to set up drive-through testing for the COVID-19 virus. You need an appointment. Right? You need an
That's
appointment. Go figure that one out.
$100 a head.
You need an
$100 a carload.
You need an appointment for the drive-through testing. Begins Wednesday, 9 a.m. For anybody out there who wants it, you can call 1-855-925-5467. Or you can go online to immcare.com and fill out a fucking form. But be expecting, they'll take your major insurance, but if you ain't got insurance, expect to cough up $125 to be tested.
Okay, plain and simple, those cannot be WHO enacted tests. Those are not CDC issued tests because
Can't be.
they can't be because all CDC tests everybody's heard the man. It's floated around on every inch of internet that there is. American citizens can be tested free of fucking charge for COVID.
Right. Yeah. No. Here's the kicker on top of this. If you're a self-pay patient, no fucking insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Expect to kick up an additional $95 for Quest Diagnostics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. To be tested. You ready for this one? To be tested, you have to meet the following criteria. You have to have traveled within in 14 days, the past 14 days, excuse me, to a high-risk area such as China, Italy, Spain, Iran, or South Korea. Now, aren't those people fucking quarantined to begin with?
No, U.S. citizens have been able to leave from those areas.
Yeah, but then you come to this country and you're fucking quarantined. You're on lockdown.
Yeah, you're already quarantined,
Right,
especially within the last 14 days of this current. This is a person who set up some. This isn't even price gouging at this point, Webb. This is just a all-out falsity, and needs to be intervened by the authorities.
Yeah, this is like all you fucking assholes all day long. All I did was sit on fucking Facebook and inform people. You fucking idiots out there who are posting Amazon is not making deliveries and you can't buy shit unless it's emergency medical. You're a fucking idiot.
No,
You're a complete.
You can't sell shit.
Right. If you're a third-party vendor on Facebook, your shit's being shut down till April 14th.
Yeah, if you're a third party on any of the platforms, eBay, eBay, Amazon, if you're selling any medical supplies, your ass is in detention. They are not allowing that anymore, and fuck off is kind of the opinion that's gone out on that one.
It's going to go on through June, July, August.
Yeah, August possible.
I'm hearing a lot of July and August.
I mean, you can't.
Well, that was the words out of the announcement yesterday with the president and everybody else.
Yeah, and you can't say that, well, you know, when it gets warmer, this is going to, like, cool down, because we all thought that from...
Because it's down in Florida.
Well, but we all thought that from the beginning, because, like, SARS or what was the one before SARS? I can't remember the name of that one.
H1.
That was earlier than that. But anyway, like the last
MERS,
2 or 3 strains... MRSA, right, MERS, not MRSA, MERS. They died down as soon as it got warm. But we know that's not the case now, because Australia is fucking exploding with cases, and they're in the middle of the summer right now at 80-something degrees.
Or higher in some areas. Remember, I got a guy that I watch on Twitch that is currently on Fraser Island, one of the world's most deadliest islands. But he's out there 30-day camping. Well, he was like, I couldn't have picked a better time, man. He was like, I have just alienated myself and put myself in the most isolated place I could possibly be, not even knowing any of this shit was about to pop up.
Right.
Yeah, the only thing he's got to deal with is 9 out of the top 10 world's deadliest snakes, dingoes. Got to see what is that? What is wombat? Is that the mini? What are those? The mini kangaroos?
Yeah.
Yeah, got to see one of those for the first time, like actually, like live in action instead of like on a video somewhere. It was literally like he's sitting there in his chair, and chat lights up and goes, "Wombat," and he's like, "What?" And he turns around, and this dingo comes walking out from behind a bush. But the damn wombat had come in and out of the frame, and he's like, I ain't seen one the whole time that I've ever been here. And they're like, dude, it's clipped. Go watch the clip. And he watches the clip and sees this fucking wombat come running into the screen and then off again because it was running towards the dog and then must have caught smell of him and turned and ran back the other direction. And that's when you see the dingo come back out from behind the bush like, was that a wombat?
Right.
You should just go camping for a month.
Yeah, right.
Can you even do that?
I don't know. I have no fucking clue. Are you allowed to go to the woods? Who the fuck knows?
Well, now that the stringency is no gatherings of 10 or more, I would imagine KOAs are probably restricted to a certain amount of a population that they would even be allowed to do.
We haven't hit the 10 plus yet, or 10 less.
Well, no, every state's got the mandated 100 or more is kind of what that one is. But based on the conversation yesterday, the recommendation is now not to gather in groups of more than 10 people. It's the recommendation. Just like the previous recommendation was 200 and then 100, and then now you're starting to see people put that shit like governors and all the states are going mandatory, don't fucking get together. If so, now there can be ramifications if they catch you because of concerts and comedy shows and other shit that was still going on after they had said, please don't get together. When people didn't listen, now they're putting rules in place to stop idiots. But
well, if you think about it, it started at 5,000 or more, and it went down to 1,000,
Yep.
250, 100.
What up, James?
50. Now it's 10. What's left? Just stay the fucking side.
That's exactly what's next. Is fucking shelter in place. Hey,
Your
Ren.
spouse can go in the shed.
Yeah, man.
Stay in the house.
We've got a question for you over here coming from, I believe this is Doom, James. He wants to know how your prep game's going.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I think we're all good. We're fucking locked in the house. It's nice to see a lot of stores setting up time for the elderly to come in and shop. It was nice.
First hour
Yeah,
every
they're
day.
fucking 6 o'clock to 7:30 in the morning. Well, because old people are up at the crack of dawn.
Yeah.
So I get that.
it meets the criteria of their prime shopping hours.
Exactly.
It's where they go and walk at the mall and
I feel really bad for anybody who plunked down a big fat deposit on one of them new Corvettes. Because
I mean, I feel bad for anybody that's put down anything that's supposed to be arriving during this time period. I mean, you're one person that I was a little concerned for because everybody knows you're missing some validation to be on the roadways,
yeah.
and you're supposed to be getting it back right in the middle of all of this when everything is fucking shut down. So,
Yeah, but it's okay because I looked at the expiration date on my current.
Is it May?
It's May 31st, so I've been extended 2 months automatically.
Well, they're saying DMV supposedly the
The
30th.
DMV is
month.
closing. They're
That's
closed
good.
now, and they'll be reopening allegedly on the 30th.
well, you saw the NASCAR post from them. Like they pushed back and they were like, all right, so we're not going to do Miami and Atlanta. We're going to go ahead and postpone those. And then they were like, all right, so now it looks like what we're going to do is go till May 3rd.
Yeah.
Everything's postponed until May 3rd. They hope to return for Martinsville. That's the race that we're supposed to be at.
Yeah, I know.
And now we don't know whether or not, because with the president's words of July, August, now that may push those races back even further, according to what CDC sees trending and what the recommendations become moving forward. I mean, there's definitely room for, if people would listen, and like I said, if the president has to call you out by your generation, you are fucking up.
Right?
So millennials, go the fuck home. Just go home. Enjoy being on your computers and not having to go into fucking work for a fucking month. Just do it.
The United Auto Workers Union is asking that they close the plants down. That's why I brought up the cars and shit like that.
Yeah.
They're looking to shut down. Just got an update from Gary Morgenstein. I asked him to ring in if he was up to it. He's kind of burnt out, and
I'd imagine he's probably had a lot to deal with.
yeah, well, his play is postponed, even though his theater was less than 80 people or whatnot. He's been postponed, but they'll premiere once what do you call this? The apocalypse is over.
Yeah, I was gonna say the world's on pause right now. I mean, it's kind of what it is. Dude, I have sat down and I've found a new appreciation for memes. Like, I wasn't really a big meme guy before, but boy, has Corona gave me the meme. I love them, man.
I sent you guys the one yesterday in 8-Bit Bros, the chat between the three of us.
Yeah, I absolutely fucking love them. They're fucking great. I posted one in Slack tonight. Like, there's a good one over there in Slack in our conversation tonight. But
I got a big chuck.
I like the
chuckle out of them.
I like the ones that are like, all right, so day 3, no sports. I looked over and there's this lady on my couch. Apparently we're married. She's actually kind of nice.
She's a nice lady.
Yes.
The first time I saw that posted was from of Chris Sabb down there in Nolans.
Yeah, it's
Like,
fucking
that's pretty
great.
fucking funny.
Like people, thank goodness for the memers, man, and they're doing what they. I also like the ones that are like, huh, who would have thought that my normal life would eventually actually do me some good?
I got some good news for y'all in the midst of this fucking COVID apocalypse that we have here. The vernal equinox will be early this year, bringing spring the earliest it's ever been in 124 years.
Yay! It's probably
Spring
coming
starts-
with locusts and cicadas though. So
Spring starts Thursday, so be prepared for a plague of locusts or
yeah,
something
get
else.
ready for something biblical to come with that shit because
No, the plague is hitting the Middle East right now, from what I read.
Middle East is getting hit pretty hard by this.
yeah, the locusts. That's their big issue over there has been locusts. It was
Yeah. And now fucking
Australia's burning down, or was.
well, was burning down. Fortunately, they've gotten a lot of rain since then, and the fires are pretty much out everywhere. They, to a great deal of containment.
Just think about all the shit that's been going on, that's been happening. I mean, California earthquakes.
oh, fucking everything.
I mean, Australia was burning down.
I like that one there, Jandal.
I ran 16,000 cases. They're getting hit pretty hard.
It's because they're all packed in over there.
I mean, that's
those
almost three
places over
times the
there.
United States, and yeah, they are packed in. Whether you're
Well-
living in a fucking desert hut.
I also like the oh man, this shit must be ripping India apart. I haven't gotten a call about my warranty on my computer in a month.
Yeah, I saw that one too. That one was pretty good. Yeah, no fucking car warranties this month, people.
RIT.
It's fucked up.
Yeah,
But hey,
they're hilarious.
we joke, we kid, I say stupid shit, but like Thump's pointed out before, it's shelter in place. If that's what happens, it's probably the smartest fucking thing.
And just do it. Just do it. Like, because
I
being
took
being
shit.
out and about isn't going to do nothing but either one now at this point probably get you in trouble.
Right.
So there's no benefit to being out there. And the one thing I keep trying to stress to people anytime I talk to anybody is, so what that it doesn't affect you, that you're young and you're healthy and you got a good immune system. This isn't about you. It's at that point. It's not about you. It's like, think about your parents and your grandparents. Don't go fucking hang out with 900 people at the fucking beach and then come home and give grandma a kiss. Like, don't be a shithead. This is like, quit thinking just solely within yourself. This is about controlling stuff for the mass population and not your own individual life. Just stop. There's enough people out there that are being forced to be out there. Jan will be one of those, working for Amazon.
Fucked up. It's all fucked up.
Who's also been quick to correct a lot of those people that you've been jumping on today about the Amazon stoppage of delivery order. And he's like, no, it's just third party. Yeah, it's third party sales. It's Amazon is selling all of their shit that they have in their warehouses.
Yeah, it's all bullshit, people. I just ordered car parts from Amazon today, so stop all the bullshit, okay?
No,
Well,
it's
they
just
are-
that
they are
Amazon,
gonna
Amazon is prioritizing household staples and high demand products.
Yeah, I was going to say non-essentials are probably going to get pushed to the back burner. For a moment, you'll see Amazon delivering your car parts like they are on Wish. It'll be 2 months before you get those, but
Toilet paper's getting delivered first.
Yeah. Yeah, because, everybody's fucking buying toilet paper like their assholes are going to explode. In case you didn't know, the flu don't make you shit your brains out. It certainly makes you sneeze and sniffle and fucking cough a lot.
Well,
And that's the crazy thing about COVID. COVID, it's like the symptoms are
Flu-like
you have a cough. No,
Yeah.
it's not even flu. You don't get a stuffy head or any of that.
No,
It's a respiratory illness.
Yeah, respiratory. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so you need toilet paper for that. Not really sure why.
Dude, I went yesterday. once all the bars and everything were closed, because we planned on today, going out and doing St. Patrick's Day, finding a bar, going to have the corned beef and cabbage, doing the whole 9 yards, right?
You
Yeah,
can
that
order
all
that.
ended.
A Grubhub it.
So that all ended, and I texted the lady. I was like, "So am I going to the store and we're now cooking?" And she's like, "Yeah, this is what we need." I go to the grocery store, no bread,
Yeah,
gone.
no,
No mac and cheese, gone.
Yeah, no bread.
Toilet paper, no. Baby wipes, no.
Yo,
Like people finally got wise to, oh, there's no toilet paper. Well, I could use a baby wipe.
Yeah, fuck you. You should be using that anyway.
I saw one today that was like fuck toilet paper. I bought dryer sheets.
Dry sheets, yeah. And then
my ass smells like lavender. And finally, after 20 years, my butt is wrinkle free.
Yep. Yep, I saw that too. There you go. I give you that one for that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the memers. I'm telling you, newfound appreciation. I'm absolutely loving it. These little guys are out here just plucking away, doing what they do every day. But
yeah, I laughed my ass off at that one that I sent you guys yesterday. First known case of toilet paper shortage.
That's just like what Jandal said here. He's like, one day people are going to look back at this and they're going to be like, wait, the first purge was ever toilet paper?
Oh, it's fucked up. So at least, I mean, I guess we got some even brighter news today with all this no sports. There was a flurry of shit in the NFL today, and I'll start the conversation. J7's not here yet, and she will be shortly.
You were going to have to make friends with that microphone that you're just holding in your lap. Like your dick ain't talking, but you keeping the microphone close enough.
We'll start right here.
Do that Joe Rogan thing. You ever see when in his podcast he's like, just about a fist away from your face. Just about a fist away from your face there.
Last year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were ranked 29th in attendance, averaging a mere 51,000 people a game. Today, at like 4 o'clock, if you jumped on a Ticketmaster and tried to buy a ticket to a game,
season tickets gone.
You were 2900th in a queue waiting at the announcement of Tom Brady playing for the Buccaneers.
I got a guy that I worked with at Gate City Glass, longtime Tampa Bay fan, and right after the announcement, he goes, "Huh," and just like that, now I like Tom Brady.
So what's going to happen with Deshaun?
I don't know.
Backup? Highly paid backup?
No, he's gone.
He's got to be.
He's got to be gone. They Arians hated him to begin with. Yeah, Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston, yeah. Arians hated him to begin with. Or I shouldn't say hated him. He was
he's not fond of him. Yeah.
Not his guy. So, I mean, does he sit behind
his contract
Brady?
Does he have years left?
You know what? We can look that up.
No, he doesn't. If anything, he's in his.
He's ain't he a free agent?
He's going to end up being.
No, I think they had him for this next year.
They could just release him then.
Yeah. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think they only had him like at the end of the season. They committed to staying with Jameis. Remember? And I think it was that they committed that they were going to let him play out the rest of his contract, which was, I think, just the one more year. But now with Tom Brady being there, there's no trade value in him. You know, because right now you got Cam Newton is out there ahead of him. Like, people are going to jump on Cam before they're going to jump on Winston. Rivers has already been snatched up, so the Colts don't need anybody, and that puts Jacoby Brissett maybe out there, but they're supposedly going to keep him too.
Anybody who signs fucking...
Winston throws too many picks.
30 for 30.
Yeah, 30 for 30, man, and Jameis Winston in his career has thrown only 88 interceptions in 5 years compared to Cam's.
Yeah, didn't he have a lot last year?
108.
It was 30. Yeah, it was 30. Right. He threw 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. Where he threw
Well,
30
Cam
plus touchdowns and
Cam almost got killed that one year.
Cam
2
gets
years
killed
ago.
every fucking year.
Yeah, 2 years
he
ago was
can't
bad.
stay healthy. I
So,
mean, why would you
Cam
want
to
him as a
Chicago or
quarterback?
Cam to the Chargers?
Cam to the fucking couch.
Doesn't you know that's not happening? So let's talk more realistic about what's actually going to happen. Cam to Chicago or Cam to the Chargers? Where?
No, but the Chicago already signed that quarterback, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They signed.
Yeah,
Who the hell
they signed someone today too.
I would see him. I could see him with the Chargers. Warm weather.
All right, Panthers got Teddy Bridgewater from the Saints. Bye Cam.
Right. Yeah, they had made the announcement that Cam was free to seek trade, and then shortly after that, the word started coming around that Bridgewater's deal was almost done.
Yeah, he was pissed.
Well, he went right after the team with what he said, and Olsen kind of tagged along and agreed with him too. It wasn't that they requested trades; it's that the team kind of made them know that they're not going to be welcome any longer.
All right, Bears. Who'd they sign? They signed an edge rusher. I know that. $70 million.
Bears signed Jimmy Graham.
Right,
yeah,
yeah,
I
they
was gonna say
signed
that's
Jimmy
a tight
Graham.
end.
They signed Jimmy Graham and they signed Quinn. Robert Quinn.
Yep. Biggest move my Skins made was this afternoon getting Thomas Davis.
Yeah.
So a reuniting of Davis to
Ron Rivera.
And it'll be interesting. Who knows? Maybe Washington brings Cam up there to kind of play until they can get Haskins in line and kind of in order. We know that he knows the offense that's going to be put in place. So, I mean, it wouldn't be weird. We know that Haskins isn't really ready. So, so if you can get a veteran in front of him for a short period, then your investment's not bad.
That's true.
Because you've got Haskins on this rookie deal, even though it's a first-round deal, you still got him on his rookie contract for at least, 5 years? If you decide to pick up the fifth-year option?
True.
So you pick him up for a year and you let him mentor for a year or two?
Yeah.
And let him part ways and let Haskins go in.
I mean, because he did run Ron's offense very good. I mean, they did get a Super Bowl run out of it. So it wouldn't be unfounded to see maybe that type of transition moving forward, but it would be under the pretense Ron would definitely bring Cam in and let him know that this is what your job's going to be coming in. So if you're coming here, just know that this is what our plan is.
That's true. Phillip Rivers to the Colts for 1 year.
Yeah, he says he wants to play longer than that.
That's the deal, though.
Yeah, this is the prove it deal.
Too. What is he, 38?
Something like that. 1 year, $25 million. I don't know if that's a prove it. I don't know what the fuck that is, to be honest.
That's prove that you're gonna play and win here. It's not up there with the big contracts. I mean,
Jason Witten.
Yeah, to Oakland or Vegas.
Yeah, to fucking Vegas.
Vegas.
So that
why the hell is he still even playing? He should have just
16 seasons with the Cowboys.
Yep. On and off.
I mean,
sure.
Not for anything though. I like the talk that Buffalo is about to be the bad son of a bitches coming out of the fucking AFC.
Yeah. Well,
that's
we had picked them to. Well, I did, didn't I? I actually had bet them to take that fucking. I had the Jets too, but Buffalo definitely looks like the lead contender out of that division now. But then we don't know what the Patriots are gonna do. I mean,
they've already said who their quarterback is.
Who? The fucking backup?
I forget the dude's name, but they've already said we're extraordinarily happy with what we got moving forward, and they named their quarterback.
Well, they have to say that. But what else are they going to say? I mean, we just lost Brady.
No, see, that's the weird thing about it. We knew this road was coming. I mean, the three of us have talked about it on several occasions about what the end of Brady Belichick, who's going to walk away from the team first, and what's it going to look like. Because we knew that the two egos had already butted heads a couple of times. Robert Kraft was the only thing that kept Tom Brady there before when he told Garoppolo to go find another place to play. That Belichick probably threatened to walk this time, and Tom was like, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm out of here.
Is Belichick even going to stay, though? Is he going to pull a last minute, I'm out of here, like he's done in the past?
Oh, you mean like he did with the Jets when he walked up,
Yeah.
accepted the job, walked off the stage, and was like, I don't think I'm going to stay here.
I can't see him staying.
I think he does. I think it's the one thing both of them are going to want to do, and it's what we talked about on several different occasions, is both of them want to win without each other. They want to win a Super Bowl without each other.
Yeah. Agreed.
And now you got to ask yourself, who's in the better position to walk away and do that? I mean, if Webb's right about these moves that could happen with Brady going down to Tampa Bay, you put Bruce in Tampa. You got Bruce running the show as the coach, which we know he's very capable of coaching championship teams. So we know that can happen. So you get him there, and then you've got Brady. Let's add Cooks and Gurley to the mix like you're talking about. And
the rumor. I'm going to rumor.
Does that have a higher potential of going to a Super Bowl than Belichick and any fucking quarterback that he can get his hands on right now?
Think about it. What kind of protection do you really need for Brady if you're going to be handing that ball off to Gurley? And okay, Brandon Cooks ain't the end all be all, but Brady's very familiar with him.
Oh yeah, and like playing with him.
Yep.
And you're going to have him calling the plays, so that'll be interesting to see how.
If that trade happens, then the fucking Bucks look 10 times better than they've ever looked. I don't
know. I think the Bucks should still re-sign Perriman.
I mean, yeah, that's true too. I mean, when you look at the Bucks now, you can compare the Cardinals. I mean, the Cardinals don't look better right now. Deshaun Watson's got new targets, and not Deshaun Watson. Well, he's got Kenny Stills and fucking Randall Cobb because Cobb signed a deal over there, and then they picked up David Johnson and shipped out fucking DeAndre Hopkins to the Cardinals.
I think the Cardinals get the better end of that deal.
Hell yeah.
I think giving Kyler Murray a weapon like DeAndre Hopkins to be able to throw to, plus rumor is right now that they're also looking to draft a guy that is just like DeAndre Hopkins too.
Yep.
Now, what about, did Cleveland do anything to improve their situation? Case Keenum as the backup quarterback up there, which can definitely take the starting job away from Baker Mayfield, giving them Austin Hooper as a tight end.
Yeah, Hooper, which I thought was not going there.
No, Cleveland was the last place I would have thought he was going.
I thought he was going to Green Bay.
Yeah. I could definitely have seen him go that direction.
I think Green Bay is either going to draft or they're going to go with the young talent that they have or re-sign, what's his name? Guy's been in the league forever. Tight end. He's not even on this list. Mercedes Lewis.
Okay. All right, Mercedes Lewis.
I mean, they did exclusive rights free agent Robert Tonyan at tight end. And he did get some playing time towards late in the season. He has sure hands. I think he just needs to mature a little bit.
Well, yeah. Well,
get the reps required. I don't know. I think
made 3 moves so far, right? They grabbed
Green Bay made 2. We took Ricky Wagner for a tackle by Brian Beluga, who ended up with the Chargers for 3 years.
He went to the Chargers.
$30 million. Blake Martinez, they said goodbye to, but they picked up inside linebacker from the Browns, Christian Kirksey. 2-year, $16 million deal. They let Blake Martinez go. Looks like they're gonna lose Kyle Fackrell is also going to end up over with the Giants, but the linebacker coach for the Giants came from Green Bay, so that kind of makes sense.
Mm.
Yeah, they've only made 2 moves. Well, if you want to count Mason Crosby re-signing for 3 years, $12.9 million.
12.9 is not much.
I want to see what the Giants do.
I mean,
I don't know how much
Cleveland
cap
with
space
Case
they have.
Keenum. I mean,
Yeah, and I think Case can take the starting job away from Baker.
It's not just that. Cleveland did a lot. Cleveland's made a lot of moves.
Cleveland should be.
Should be,
Not
but
only-
we
not
said
only
that.
did they take.
Ridiculous talent they have. How many years have they drafted?
I was going
had
to say
enough-
we've been talking about them should be better for the
10
past
years.
fucking end
Like last
picks.
10 years.
Yeah, even
Yeah,
21.
but you also have a new regime in there. You have a new coaching regime in there, a new front office in there. They cleaned house completely this past season. They signed Austin Hooper 4 years, $44 million.
And the right
They-
tackle,
they
Jack.
The offensive tackle for 3 years, $42 million. Jack Conklin from
Yeah,
the Titans.
that's a big deal for them. I mean,
Yeah.
if you can go and get Derek Wolfe or keep Derek Wolfe, that'd be great. I think you should trade fucking or release Oliver Vernon. He's done shit. That's
Yeah.
a joke. Goodbye. And if you want another trade rumor, this has been mulled around. I don't know the truth to it. At least not from anybody I'm talked to. But there is a trade rumor that OBGYN and the 10th pick to the Raiders
I could see that.
for 12, 19, and 72. That works out to be his value with you throwing in the 10th pick, swapping first round picks. You know, Ren, with the numbers that get associated to people.
Value.
The value, the IDV value, whatever the fuck they call it. Interesting. Can you grab me a Guinness while you're in there? Sneaking by? Yeah, you could be bar wench. IDK in the house.
I could see him going to the Raiders.
They're going to need to pick up somebody who can play the game. As
Well, the Raiders. Speaking of the Raiders, they dropped big money. 3 years, $36 million for Corey Littleton,
Yeah.
inside linebacker.
Yeah.
They also picked up Marcus Mariota as a backup.
Right, yeah, Mariota, he's off the table.
They signed Malik Collins from the Cowboys, defensive tackle.
Joe, do you think that
Cowboys,
they
a lot
feel
of people-
bad about grabbing Mariota though now that Cam's out there?
No, Cam would want to be a starter.
No,
Mariota's
Yeah, but-
Mariota's going to fill a body. Mariota's taking the place of that kid that they took from Green Bay,
They don't.
who was just downright terrible when Aaron Rodgers was hurt.
Gruden doesn't want Carr as his starting quarterback.
Well, yes. I mean, you
Yeah,
do
they're trying to
remember
get him
that
out
he
for
was
last
all
season.
in love with him all last season, and he was our go-to guy, and we all said that would end real fucking fast.
Raiders also signed Carl Nassib, edge rusher
Yes.
from the Buccaneers.
They need to bolster a bit of the defense before they can concentrate on. Not
They
so much
got
defense,
Nick.
O-line too. O-line.
Not only did they get Corey Littleton for 3 years, $36 million, inside linebacker, they went and picked up Nick Kwiatkowski from the Bears for 3 years, $21 million. They have 2 of the top 5 in the open market free agents at inside linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
And they picked up an edge rusher in Carl Nassib. I mean, it's not like they didn't do anything here. They didn't do anything in the secondary
They
yet.
addressed an area that they needed a lot of work in.
They picked up Jeff Heath from the Cowboys at safety for 2 years, $8 million.
Oh, I got Heat too. These guys are losing. They're dropping. Right.
So I mean, they've done work already. You know, Packers' problem is they have no money. Same thing with the Saints.
Man, we got enough money. They move shit around. They ain't got enough money. Why am I shit so loud? Because that shit's not shut off. Why not?
Hmm?
Jameis Winston could have wind up with the Raiders.
Yeah, Okay, I could see that.
Oh, look, the Mariota Winston reunion from, back in their college days when they were coming out and who was going to be the number one and who was going to be the number two. And it ended up being Mariota was picked one.
I mean,
By the
isn't where's Chris Godwin and Mike Evans? Are they on the Raiders?
No, Buccaneers.
They're on the Bucks. Okay, right.
Think of the weapons Brady has. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, O.J. Howard, Cameron Brate.
Oh,
They need to do
Brate-
something
Brate-
about running back.
Brate might not be there. Brate might not be there all that much longer. I mean, like I said, with this, then it's serious talk about Gurley.
Well, how's their offensive line?
It's not bullshit. It's
I mean, they could
serious
draft-
talk.
Some offensive line.
What, Gurley going from the Rams to the Bucks?
That's what they're saying. That's part of his.
Yeah, along with
that's kinda
fucking
like part of his agreement.
with Brandon Cooks.
So wait, the Rams are going to send Brandon Cooks, their number 2 wide receiver, and their top flight running back, to Tampa Bay
for a
a lot of
shitload of
draft
picks.
for draft capital.
Rounders.
For a lot of picks.
Probably two.
You're telling me you better be getting multiple number 1s
Say you get
and
two
multiple
first
number
round-
2s out of that deal.
Well, what do you?
Second
Because
rounders,
DeAndre Hopkins wasn't a number
third
one pick.
rounders.
No number one pick went along with him, and he's arguably the best receiver in the game.
Yeah, but on the flip side, in return, they got David Johnson, who's arguably one of the top 5 running backs in the game when healthy.
He's not
Yeah,
worth the
when
first
healthy.
pick.
See, that's his punctuation of that when healthy. is the
Hold on.
problem.
You can say the same exact thing about DeAndre Hopkins. When healthy, he is a top flight, top 5, top 3 wide receiver.
Now,
This past season, he was healthy. You go look historically, that dude has had injury problems. Knees, ankles, all the above.
He's only missed one game in his entire career. Two games in his entire career.
Who's that?
DeAndre Hopkins. He's missed 2 games in his entire career.
What do you think that does? What do you think that does in Arizona now?
He missed 1 game in 2017 and 1 game in 2019. And I don't know if that's due to injury, but
What do you think that does to Arizona's offense?
it gives them a fucking weapon. They really
Yeah, but you still have a sophomore quarterback under the helm. I mean, it's not like you had terrible talent there last year. You had
sophomore quarterback and fucking Jimmy G.
you had Chris Godwin, not Godwin, Goodwin.
Right.
Or
Oh, you
no,
made the-
you had Christian Kirk, you had Larry Fitzgerald, and you
Right.
had one other wideout that was not terrible at all. So now you're adding in DeAndre Hopkins, who I can't remember the quarterback's name, whatever his name was, number 1 draft pick last year.
Yeah.
Is he even capable of getting him the ball?
We're talking Brissett.
No.
Kyler
we talk-
Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Murray. Look, Murray's a good quarterback. He's still got to prove himself, but he's a good quarterback. And with weapons, I mean, anybody can be a good quarterback. I mean, not for anything. Look at fucking Drew Brees. He's had one weapon to throw to for 2 years.
You guys need to address that.
And then the stats prove it. I mean, he broke. Yeah, I mean, they need help there. You're never going to fucking win a Super Bowl with 1 wide receiver and a running back. And okay, maybe a decent tight end. Maybe when it comes to talking the Saints.
Well, speaking of wide receivers, I mean, the wide receiver market, it's not stupendous, but it's not terrible either. Amari Cooper re-signed 5 years,
Yes.
$100 million with the Cowboys.
Which
And the Reds-
AJ Green,
Reds-
for
heavy
some reason, the Bengals, after he sat out for a year, franchise tagged him. I'm not quite sure I understand the logic in that, franchising a guy who's 30-something years old at this point.
I think the mistake was franchise tagging Dak Prescott down in Dallas. I hope he sits the fucking
I would've-
season out.
I would have traded him.
You remember I said it
would've
on this
traded
show. I would have. You put the franchise tag
He's
on
not
me.
worth 33
We're
million.
sitting the fucking season out.
He's not worth 33 million.
You got Brashard Perryman available, Robbie Anderson available, Emmanuel Sanders available, Rashard Higgins available, Philip Dorsett, Randall Cobb, you already brought up. He signed with the Texans 3 years, 27. Danny Amendola re-signed with the Lions. And now you get down to the dregs of society: Devin Funchess, Nelson Aguilar, Tajay Sharp, Chester Rogers, Geronimo Allison, Demarcus Robinson,
That's your guy.
Tamir Bird,
Bunches of votes.
Yeah.
and Cody Lattimore from the Giants.
Oh, and I'm sorry about Kenyon Drake. I forgot they tagged him.
Yeah, Ken Intrick got
I
that.
forgot about that. Yeah, they tagged him.
He's the future of Arizona's running back.
Yeah, you see how fast that tag gets dropped.
Actually, no, they didn't. No, they didn't franchise tag him. They transition tagged him.
Transition tag, yes. Right, so they get to match anything. It's like I said, we'll see what happens. That Gurley thing is, if that turns out to be true, oh boy.
That'll go down tomorrow.
Stephon Diggs to the Bills.
Yeah,
Was
man.
he worth 4 picks?
No,
Was he worth a first rounder if DeAndre Hopkins doesn't go for a first rounder?
no.
My thoughts exactly.
I don't think he was worth 4. I think the Bills way overpaid. He I hope they have big plans for him, but I don't really necessarily see that as being using your football intelligence all that much.
Well, again, for Buffalo, it's weapons now. You got Diggs. You've got.
I think this is Buffalo
Wood-
saying we're going all in. We're going all in on this season.
Yep, they want to win now.
Win
Yeah.
now, and
haven't
that's
won
it.
in fucking how many years?
Well, they went up against the Giants for a bunch of years and couldn't beat them
Oh, that
in
was
the 90s.
that
Wasn't that the last time they made it there? Was in the 90s?
yeah. That's
4
with
in
a
a row.
quarterback who is no better than the entire fucking Atlanta Braves. Ofer. I don't know. It's some interesting shit going on, that's for sure. DeAndre Hopkins to Arizona. Cowboys tag Prescott. Amari Cooper stays in Dallas after yesterday he was fucking gone.
Yeah,
Well,
he
there
retired.
was
They paid him.
Yep.
the flirt of an offer.
He was a free agent. Skins went after him hard.
Yes,
Yeah,
they did.
they threw a lot of things up there in front of him, and he decided to stay in Dallas.
I was very surprised Randall Cobb did not go back to Green Bay.
I don't think Green Bay wanted him, even though they moved fucking Graham out. I think his time there was
Yeah,
done.
that ship sailed. I
Yeah.
think once he left, that was it.
I'm just
Tannehill,
surprised.
118
They needed
million.
weapons there. It was very clear they needed receiving weapons. He knew the system, familiar with Rodgers. It was an easy plug and play. You know, I mean, it just made a lot of sense.
Yeah, but he's continuity from an old regime, which is not the current.
100 million?
I'll give you that. I'll give you that thought.
118?
Ryan Tannehill, $118 million
Is he
extension.
Not
Dude,
extension.
yeah,
Sign.
yeah. Did Tennessee just overpay?
Did he just have a really great year? Like a 1-year flash?
He's
It wasn't even a 1-year flash. It was literally like a 12-game flash or
Well, yeah, but he did that 2
10-game
years in a
flash.
row.
That Cinderella run.
Right. Let's not forget he's done this 2 years in a row now, and didn't he get the fucking comeback? Was it comeback player of the year?
I think he did.
Right.
Yeah.
He
I
pulled-
would-
29. Hey, good for him. $29.5 million average over the 4 years.
Oh yeah,
I
I mean
mean-
it's good for him. I mean I'm not saying that, but I've also got a lot of questions on whether or not it was like a wise investment either. Because
Well, you're true, because can you duplicate that? I mean, not for anything. From a fantasy standpoint, Ryan Tannehill is the top 4th quarterback in the fucking league, averaging 22.5 points a game. Fantasy football. That equates to big numbers on a field.
I think that out of all the quarterback signings, the one that I'm most skeptical about is the Teddy Bridgewater to the Panthers.
Yeah, I don't know if they got what they're.
I don't know if that's going to translate.
That's kind of a
I don't
weird
think.
situation.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get what they're expecting with Bridgewater. I mean, great.
I
You
don't.
had a 5-game run where you were a fucking superstar, and even though you look like shit in 2 of those games, you figured out a way to superstar out 5 wins.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to look on the other end of that. But you got a team in transition here that is not a, Not a win here, win now kind of thing. They've let go of a veteran tight end. They've let go of some defensive guys. They've let go of their franchise quarterback.
On the other side of that conversation with Bridgewater is, in my opinion, the guy deserved a starting quarterback role. He always should have been a starting quarterback.
Oh yeah, should have never lost the job up there in Minnesota.
Right.
Soda.
He lost that job due to injury.
Yeah, what was it?
Which is a big no-no.
That happens
Which
lot,
was
but
a
once you get hurt,
horrific injury.
yeah, a bad knee injury.
But
that happens all the time. They
You
get an
know-
injury, a backup comes in, and yeah, look at Brady.
his stats show
Look at Minshew.
Minshew, another guy.
Last year
Porn
was
star.
Minshew madness in Jacksonville. Everybody rocking the Minshew mustache.
Yep.
Also
Texan.
known as the PT or porn stash.
In porn stash, Cleveland Browns agree to terms with Austin Cooper. Ravens trade Hayden Hurst to the Falcons.
Yeah, I was kind of intrigued by the fact that they took Hurst.
Well, I guess they made moves real quick. If we were gonna give up our fucking number one,
You let Hooper go. You had to
right?
get.
One,
But did they
What-
get something comparable? I mean, I know you're a big Hurst fan. You hollered about him a lot during fantasy
Triple
last
H.
year.
yeah. I mean, I think the move to Atlanta from the Ravens is probably good because I don't think he fit in the Ravens' scheme of things.
No,
I think he's a better fit in Atlanta with Matty Ice,
yeah.
who can just dump it off to to Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And what they do, they swapped a first-round player for a second-round player. He's going to get a large share of the targets, I'm sure. Matty Ice they need a new playbook up there. It ain't working what they're doing.
I think they're about to do some quarterback transition in the next probably season or two.
Mm.
We'll see
And then, of
Atlanta,
course-
especially with now that they're looking, Breeze is about to probably be walking out in the next 2 years.
Yup.
You got Brady's probably going to hang around in Tampa, till he's 45. Like he said, he wanted to play till he was 45, so he'll probably hang out there till he's 45.
Right now he gets to live in the Sunshine State.
Yeah, they said the only thing that kept him from going to the Chargers really was the fact that they wanted to stay on the East Coast.
Yeah. Which is funny because he's a California boy.
Yeah, he didn't want to go back over there. Giselle told him they weren't going over there.
Well, our flights to London would be longer,
Well, that and the fact that she doesn't want to deal with all the fucking L.A. fucking crowd. She doesn't want to deal with L.A.
Yeah.
Oh, she can go to South Beach now. Hang out down there.
Right?
I don't know. I wouldn't go to the East Coast. Like, she's going to being in Tampa Bay, they're going to be in a great spot. That West Coast Florida life on the Gulf is nice. Fucking with that ocean when you can hang out on the Gulf side of that state. Trust me, I got people all over that state. I grew up down there for a time period, and yeah, fuck that ocean coast. Give me the Gulf of Mexico all day. The beaches are way nicer.
Does anybody have any of the articles of who's got interest in Cam? It's the only one I'm coming up with seems to be a video.
I don't know. I haven't got no list on him, but I'm still.
Float out for a while.
And where's Malcolm Jenkins going?
Too much baggage. Too much shit with him. I don't know.
I mean, that guy can still play.
He'll be signing like late in camp. Somebody gets hurt, somebody will pick him up.
I mean, and he's not going to get a big payday. If he gets like $4 to $6 million, it'd be a lot for Jenkins. And he can still play, even though he's 32. Because the Eagles parted ways with him.
Yep.
Be curious to see where he goes. And didn't Vic Beasley move somewhere? Titans. Vic Beasley to the Titans. 1-year deal, $9 million. Guaranteed.
Yeah, that's a prove it deal for sure.
Yeah, well, yeah, without a doubt. Interesting though that Atlanta
Sorry, I'm
didn't
watching
re-sign
the
him.
NASCAR race.
He was done there. He didn't perform as a #1 pick, and they got him. I want to say top 15 pick. He didn't play like a top 15 pick.
All right, why don't we take a break? See if we can get J7 to come in. If she's alive somewhere and she's not fucking hocking up a lung or.
She said work shit, so.
Yeah, I know. With her lockdown from work and shit, I'm sure they're very, very busy. When we come back, maybe we could talk about that awesome NASCAR race that was this weekend.
You mean there's one going on right now?
Is there one right now too?
Yeah, this is round 3 Homestead Coca-Cola iRacing Series.
Oh,
This one doesn't have the pros. This is the pro esports drivers.
Okay, the iRacing League.
Yeah, this is the official iRacing League.
Yeah. All right.
But it's their NASCAR series, which is actually what I'm running in on Forza as well.
Yeah, Forza 6, right?
7.
No. 7 has NASCAR in it?
It's got, yeah.
The 2 tracks, the 3 tracks. Yeah, okay. Abe Bros early edition. We'll be right back after this. Yes? Yes.
Yes.
Good evening. Do you like to laugh? Are you at one with the haha? Do you like your comedy coming over the streaming medias? If so, then go directly to Amazon right now. Do not hesitate and download Jim and Drino's Not Dead Yet. Recorded live at the world famous comic strip. It is a giggle-a-second fun fest. An hour of me for you. Jim and Drino's Not Dead Yet. Available only on Amazon.
Before you realize that life is a lie, you're running out of days. Well, I'm too damn old to rock and roll, but I'm too young to be singing the blues.
Hi, I'm Snowy Angel.
And I'm Kinky Candy.
Have you heard of Spunk Lube yet?
Oh, you have got to get it.
I mean, really, it's the lube that everyone's talking about and everyone's gonna want.
Look at that. It looks like real cum.
Yeah, I mean, how can that get better? I mean, it's nice. It just feels so good when you rub it all over yourself. Everywhere. And you know what gets better about it? There's different kinds of Spunk Lube.
They actually have hybrid.
Yes, and they have different colors too. Like they have pink and yellow and even green. Like, what can get better than that? If you want like the kinkiest, spiciest nights,
Yes.
Spunk Lube.
Oh, hell yeah. Get spunked today.
Get today at spunklube.com. That's right. Spunklube.com, and don't forget it.
Get yours.
Right now.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Centerfold Retoucher.
Mr. Centerfold Retoucher.
Your incredible talent takes gorgeous women and somehow makes them gorgeouser.
A mucho gorgioso.
Breasts bigger, moles smaller, mustaches gone.
You're a star.
Thanks to you, hot wax is a thing of the past, and working out is for suckers.
Ancient history.
Any artist can say their work is in a gallery, but how many can say their work is stuffed under mattresses around the world?
You're gonna go blind.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, old Da Vinci of the Derriere, because thanks to you, we can enjoy real beauty the way we like it. Completely fake. Bud Light beer, Anheuser-Busch, Fort Collins, Colorado.
Hey, everybody out there. This is John G, and I have a special on Amazon called Living Large. It's a stand-up special. It's funny. It was shot at the comic strip live in New York City. You're gonna love it. You're gonna see me at my biggest. See, a few weeks ago, I had a heart attack. So if you don't want to go watch it because I'm funny, have some pity on me. Go watch my special. Wait, I'm not gonna be so big anymore. No more living large. I gotta lose weight. They want me to take off pounds. I don't want to take off pounds. I love food. But anyway, go watch the special. It's gonna be funny. And I don't know how much longer I gotta live. I'm wearing this defibrillator thing. I don't know what this thing does. Supposedly it shocks me if my heart stops.
My heart stopped years ago. Anyway, John G, Living Large, Amazon. Go check it out before I'm not here to watch.
Listen and imagine. It takes 5 seconds to send a text, and for those 5 seconds, you're driving blind. Life is worth more than a text. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
You got something you want to get off your chest? We want to hear it. Call in 917-720-3038. The Ironic Radio hotline is now open. Ironic Radio, well, isn't it?
Why men great till they gotta be great? Woo! I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% that bitch. Even when I'm crying crazy, yeah, I got boy problems, that's the human in me. Bling bling, then I solve them, that's the goddess in me. You could've had a bad bitch, not committal. Help you with your career, just a little. You're supposed to hold me down, but you're holding me back, and that's the sound. I mean, not calling you back. Why men great till they gotta be great? Don't text me, tell it straight to my face. Best friend set me down in the salon chair. Shampoo press, get you out of my hair. Fresh photos with the bomb lighting. New man on the Minnesota Vikings. True first needed something more exciting. You tried to break my heart, oh that breaks my heart. That you thought you ever had it, no you ain't from the start. Hey, I'm glad you're back with your bitch. I mean, who would wanna hide this? I will never, ever, 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 ever be your side chick. I put the singing single, ain't worried about a ring on my finger, so you can tell your friend, shoot your shot when you see him. It's okay, he already in my DM. Why men great till they gotta be great? Don't text me, tell it straight to my face. Best friend set me down in the salon chair. Shampoo press, get you out of my hair. Fresh photos with the bomb lighting. New man on the Minnesota Vikings. True first needed something more exciting. I'ma hit you back in a minute. I don't play tag, bitch, I've been there. We don't fuck with lies, we don't do goodbyes. We just keep it pushing like aye, aye, aye. I'ma hit you back in a minute. I don't play tag, bitch, I've been there. We don't fuck with lies, we don't do goodbyes. We just keep it pushing like aye, aye, aye. Why men great till they gotta be great? Don't text me, tell it straight to my face. Best friend set me down in the salon chair. Shampoo press, get you out of my hair. Fresh photos with the bomb lighting. New man on the Minnesota Vikings. True first needed something more exciting.
Ape Bros. Early edition, Tuesday.
How you like those new Guinness cans?
These are the ones I had last year with the fucking bear on it. I like the ones better that had the toucan on it.
I was going to say, they're toucan cans.
I haven't seen them around here in a while.
I just finished 2 4-packs of it.
Oh, the toucans?
Yep.
Nice.
And then I
because
bought
those are the two-tone cans, right? They're spiral black-white.
No, these were all white. I could probably take one out of the garbage, but these were all white with just a toucan holding the Guinness like you see in the poster.
You like to put, we have that poster somewhere.
So yesterday, I'm sitting here working from home, right?
Right.
And going through all my meetings and all that, and all of a sudden, I got News 12 on up here, and governor's like, "Yep, all bars closed. Get the fuck out." I'm like, "Well, you know what's going to happen next? There's going to be a run on booze." So I'm like, immediately finish all my meetings. So it's my next move. I get in a car and I go to the liquor store.
Mm-hmm.
What do I immediately buy? I buy a case of Guinness to make sure I had Guinness for today. I bought a 12-pack of Red Stripe and a bottle of Jack.
I grabbed a new beer today. Hang on.
because I'm like, if there's going to be anything, it's going to be a beer shortage. That's the next thing to go.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go to a bar. People are going to go to the liquor store and clean out all the fucking shelves.
Better stock up in the next day or two.
That's what I'm saying.
Locked out.
You see that?
Nope.
No.
Oh, no.
It's
Blurred my background.
Oh, is that
it's
what
called
happened?
blurred my foreground.
Is that what happened?
It's called blur anything that's not a face and a torso.
Oh, that kind of blows. It's a Sheben, Irish Pale Ale.
Oh, I've had that.
Yeah, I haven't had the Irish.
All of their beers are very. You'll understand. It's very thick.
Yeah, well, they've got
Very thick on the mouthfeel.
they've got all of them up at Krauser's now. The entire line. Go figure that one out.
Shebeen makes good beers. They're local.
Yeah, I don't know from where though. Where are they from? Yeah, well, Connecticut.
Mm-hmm. Their distributor is right down the road from where you are, though. A main distributing point.
Explains that then. But yeah, figured I'd pick up some Irish Pale Ale to go with my Irish Stout. I guess I could pour some Black and Tans, but so I caught the information late last week and posted it out for as many people as I could with no sports. The iRacing League. What the hell does I even stand for? Interactive, I guess. They're running their racing series as they do every year. It's an e-sport. And they figured out or worked out a
There was
deal.
a quick hustle with a couple of guys. They were talking about it during the broadcast, actually. But there was a quick hustle between a couple PR guys and a couple crew guys. And we're like, how many of the boys do you think we could get together to actually run this race, but just do it from their simulators?
Yeah, but this was across all racing leagues because at 10 o'clock I watched the F1 guys run.
Well, now that was something that was put on the guy who was doing the F1 race.
Right.
The one that primarily set up the F1 race. He broadcast that individually on Twitch.
Yeah.
And it was being broadcast through, what is that, Podium, their YouTube channel.
Yeah, Podium Racing on YouTube, which is their main staple channel.
Right, but that was actually set up by a F1 driver. Like, he was the one that was like, yo, let's do this because let's get some of the actual drivers together. And he ran in his simulator. But the NASCAR stuff, they talked about the NASCAR stuff, like that was set up by their guys. That was set up in-house in NASCAR across, like I said, a couple of their PR guys, spotters, crew guys. They ended up with Martin Truex, Dale Earnhardt Jr.,
Byron,
Alec Bowman, William Byron, Bubba Wallace.
Yep.
And then Chad Canals was in a car.
A couple of spotters.
And then there were spotters. And then there were some pro I-Series, NASCAR I-Series guys that run sim racing all the time that were also in the race runnings, which they were performing really well. You could tell that Alec Bowman, you could tell that William Byron had been in that seat before.
He ran a great race.
He ran a really good race.
Stayed out of the accidents, and there were quite a few. I mean, it was almost like fucking back to back lap after lap.
Jimmy Johnson was in it too?
No. One of his spotters and one of the spotters from Richard Childress was in it. There was, in all told, I think there were 13 people that were NASCAR affiliated in some way, shape, or form, whether it be
in a 30-car field.
Was it 30? I thought it was more than that.
Nope, it was a 30-car field.
It was fun. I even shot it to the TV and watched it, and Man, it looked real. The NASCAR race actually looked better than the Indy race.
Yeah.
The Indy race looked like it was,
They were having a lot of graphic issues there.
yeah, but it looked like it was on Mike's Diggers over here question. It looked like it was from a video game from like the late '90s.
Yeah.
The graphics weren't great. All the cars were just like a color with maybe a logo on it.
Movement was kind of choppy.
The movement wasn't bad, but you could see that the animated fans were just like fucking stick figures. Whereas the NASCAR race, I mean, I was watching that.
If you're interested, they are up and running right now. Again, I put a link in Slack so you can pull up the race. Take it right there to Twitch. It's in the WebRAN Slack.
No, I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Crazy crash going on right now.
Yeah, they did just have an accident.
Oh yeah.
But it's good. They're good. Like the graphics are.
Yeah, that is good.
It looks fucking real, don't it?
But what you're looking at here, this is who's the fucking? I'm trying to remember the company that makes the game. But in order to get into these races, you actually have to class license, and you have to like qualify and get your cars in, and like there's a lot of work that goes into these guys that are actually running these races, and this is what they expect. They've spent enough time and money into getting themselves into these positions, and they run this across all motorsports.
It's iRacing is the name of the game, is it not? It's Steam-based, PC Steam-based.
I think iRacing is the league.
I just think it's the same game, iRacing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same fucking game. It's a Steam-based game.
Yeah, it's $9.99.
Yeah, Steam-based game. You can register now. Anyone can race. I think registration is like $40 or some shit like that.
Yeah, anyone can race, but you got to qualify. There's a very stringent rule system. They tell you also that in a lot of these, there's another outsourced race system that does not. You have to like buy the individual cars, and you have to qualify for licensing in each of the track styles, and it's very, very ultra detailed. But I can't remember the other damn company that does this because they're Race Room.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Race Room's the other guys that do it.
It's a PC-based game or Mac, your choice. If you're gonna do it on a Mac, you better be running fucking Boot Camp because it's basically a Windows-based game, period. But yeah, and anybody can do this. You don't need a beefy computer. I mean, of course, if you have a beefy computer, that's gonna work better. But anybody can do this. Anybody can get in. They've got like 80,000 fucking people registered or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous number, but like I said, it's because they run every series. If you want to just be a Formula One racer, that's fine. If you want to run trophy truck, okay. If you want to run GT, okay. If you want to run NASCAR, okay. Like, it's all there. Every style of racing that is professionally done, they have laser scan tracks. And you can do it.
80 plus different tracks. 1 year membership will cost you $66. That's nothing. I mean, it's so
accident going into pit road.
Accident going into the pits. Look at that shit. And it's pretty much all the tracks. I mean, I don't want to say all, but just looking at the list, you're talking Silverstone, Daytona, Le Mans, Nürburgring, Indy. The Charlotte. I mean, there's some Myrtle Beach Speedway, Pocono. Even the Bull Ring,
Triangle,
Vegas, Bristol. I mean, it's Circuit de Spa, Champs, Watkins Glen, Talladega. I mean, it's all the tracks, and they're all digitized. 80 something plus tracks, I mean, if you want to fucking go down and race in anywhere, Michigan, New Jersey Motorsports Park, Long Beach, you can race them all.
Yeah, man.
Richmond
and they're
Raceway.
highly detailed, like graphically, not for anything web. The only thing that we've ever run that is even kind of comparable is Forza Motorsport 7 is about on this level. And moving into the Series X, now that we've got a full breakdown, teardown of what that machine actually is, the next Forza Motorsport that comes out and is put onto the Series X will look this good.
Oh, without a doubt. What do you think of the fact that port in the back that we all... Well,
it's an expansion.
Which you said was definitely not an expansion, and I was like, you know what? It don't look like it could be. Turns out Microsoft's come up with their own little fucking expansion port.
It's a proprietary
1
terabyte expansion slot.
Yeah, fucking Microsoft coming up with another proprietary. First time in like, I don't know what, 20 years? You got to go back to the original 360 with that little fucking card you had to stick in, like Sony came up with the PlayStation.
Yep. But
See, I don't think the card looks as good.
Do we have a price on the Series X yet? Because based on what we saw inside of it, we talked about this a little bit yesterday on the Angry Dandelion. Based on the specs and everything that we saw that is inside of it, it could easily be, it's a mini PC build, legitimately a mini like RTX that is anywhere between $800 and $1,000 if you were to build it yourself.
Estimated street value, estimated street price, day one, $599.99, rumored.
Yeah, well, it's, you know how they get away with that, though? It's the fact that you're going to pay for Game Pass Ultimate.
Yep.
And you're going to be paying for your gold membership. So.
Absolutely, and the fact that 90% of all games will be digitally downloaded straight through Microsoft, so they'll get the money on all the fucking games.
And the funny thing is actually all you'll be downloading is an access key for most of it because...
it's all cloud-based anyway.
It'll primarily, everything's going to be cloud-based. You're only going to be using them as an access hub. And if the video that was used inside the teardown is any real indicator of how this is going to operate, switching games, dude, we both have Xbox One X's and we play Forza Motorsport 7. Did you see how fast he loaded into Forza Motorsport 7? We've never loaded in that quick, ever.
Fucking waiting and waiting.
No, and he was like, and I'm done playing this game. He was playing like State of Decay, and he's like, all right, done playing State of Decay, gonna go play fucking Forza Motorsports, and it was like, done starting.
Yep,
Let's
instant
go
on.
drive.
Everything loads 40% quicker. Resuming from games, even if you fucking power down, rip out the cord from the wall, plug it back in, you can resume your game.
Mm-hmm.
And not just a game, all games.
Right, because basically they're, like we were just saying, it's all going to be cloud-based, and this is where Microsoft's xCloud and Play Anywhere will be put on full display.
How real does that look, Mike?
Yeah, it's cool.
Right? You watching it going, wow, yeah, these guys are ripping around the track. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, they throw up the logos and the timers and everything else on the screen. Like, you legitimately feel like you're watching a NASCAR race on TV.
Like you said, the in-car is a little bit...
The in-car is a little wonky, and the fact that, I mean...
The overhead shots.
The stands look great, but you can see nobody moving, so there's no animation to the fans.
Yeah, but that's also to keep your graphic processing on the racetrack.
Yeah, that would just give it a little bit more realism. Who's in the lead here? Sherburne?
Sherburne.
Yeah. He's, isn't he leading the fucking iRacing League at this point, if I'm not mistaken?
I'm not seeing, I don't know who Jammer is. Remember Jimmy? Jimmy Jammer?
Yeah. So with the iRacing League, you can drive NASCAR, road racing, open wheel, dirt track, prototypes, rallycross, and off-road.
Yeah, trophy trucks and shit like that.
The list of cars that is possible to drive are hundreds.
Yes.
Hundreds.
Any official racing car is available through their software.
They run the Supercars, World of Outlaw, NASCAR, the IndyCar Series, sponsored by NTT, IMSA, Lucas Off-Road, which is your trucks, the 24-hour Le Mans. They run their own league called the IRX, which is the iRacing something another. I don't know offhand. They run the USAC, USAC, and time trials at Nürburgring.
Oh, and mandated point of view in some of the competitive series racing. One of those, like, you better get used to driving from in the car, because if you don't, if you're one of those guys that likes to drive from over top,
bumper cam,
not allowed in certain competition series.
Gotta be real. NASCAR Coca-Cola Series, Cup, Xfinity, Gardner Outdoor Trucks. They do the modifieds, the super late models.
Yeah, their truck racing is fucking just as dirty as real fucking the outdoor truck racing, like Gander Outdoor Truck. Like, their shit's just as bump and run and grindy. Like, the group of guys that they've got in these pro series are just, you'd really think that they were the real fucking guys.
You can run open wheels in Sprint Car Cup. You can run it in Grand Prix or Formula 3, Formula 1. If you're not good enough, you can go take fucking Skip Barber Racing School. They run that too.
Yep.
All that for $66 a year plus the cost of the game, which is about $9.
Yeah, it's right now. It's for sale $10. Say
$10.
28% off is what it looks like.
$6 a year.
Yeah, it costs you $66 to get your license to join the league, iRacing.com.
Yeah, which at that point they do also mandate that you use your real name, not a gamer tag, because they want the most honest racers. They don't want people hiding behind anonymity if you're going to be in any of their competitive series.
And all this is available on PC, which means you can use any wheel that's PC compatible, which is all of them.
Yeah, even the ones that we have. Well, there's the one that Xbox had that's not.
Well, yeah.
There's one.
Yeah.
And it's a cheeseball wheel that you wouldn't want to be using anyway. So.
Any of the Thrustmasters across any platform, including PC, Xbox.
If I could figure out how to get my shifter mounted to my office chair,
that'd be the shit right there. You can use the Fanatic or Fanatec, however you want to pronounce it. They're CSR wheels, Club Sports. You can use the Logitech G29s and G920s and all of the Thrustmasters. It doesn't matter. You can even go touchscreen. Don't know how or why you
mobile.
want that, but
you can. Oh man.
What the hell did he do?
Okay,
Flattened out the
Webb. When we were watching the one this weekend, the Atlanta race,
yeah,
you saw the driver like boop up into the wall. And
when he's
everybody compared it to like losing a front right, which he didn't lose the front right tire, but he had a computer malfunction in the middle of the race, and that's what sent him turning off into the top of the track. But they were like, it looked like a right front went down. Because you got all these NASCAR guys that are sitting there watching it. They're like, yeah. If I didn't know better, I'd say right front went down. And he's like, he had to use his, they got one free full repair.
Yeah. Yep. You can you can race this. Oh, he's just still losing it over there. You can join the league and race in VR if you want for the Oculus or Vive. You can use any kind of game controller.
Yep.
Whether it be a thrust stick or the straight up controllers. For touch systems, I recommend an Intel Ultrabook. There is no mobile gaming for this.
Say the Intel Ultrabook. Well, I'm sure if you can get it, if you can access Steam from like a Surface Pro,
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
you could probably do it, and that's mobile. So
Surface Pro's
it's
got
not
the power.
mobile, but it's mobile.
See, I don't think you can do that on an iPad or an iPad Pro. There's no boot camp, right, Ren?
No.
So you can't run Windows on that. So yeah.
I just heard a really negative on the $5,000 what is it, MacBook Air or whatever.
Oh, dude, their new.
Dude, one of the live streamers, well, Andy Milanakis. I'm sure everybody here knows who that is.
Yep.
Yeah, well, he's in Austin, Texas right now, and is not very happy with it. He said the built-in camera in his $5,000 MacBook is like a camera on a laptop from like 2000.
See that?
He said
720p.
He said it is shit. He was not happy, and he bought this rig so that he could stream while going on the road. So while he's in the room, he could stream. And that's why he specifically bought this MacBook. And then he saw the camera that was built into it and was like, He would and how about in Austin
720p FaceTime HD camera.
How about the computer stores that he went to in Austin are all sold out of webcams? Because that was the next commodity that got bought up in all the electronic stores because of the multitude of people who knew that they would be home and that the only communication that they would have would be over Skype, over Discord. Not for anything. Discord's just got the biggest push, expanding their video format, because you can stream over Discord as well now. They expanded their video format. Yeah, that's that commercial for the fucking truck series, man. Their fucking shit is crazy good. But $5,000,
that's ridiculous. You don't even have a good camera.
And that's what pissed him off, man. He was like, this is fucking ridiculous. You got to be kidding me.
And that's surprising because Apple cameras in all devices, period. Even going back to that fucking computer screen. Ren's got one, a fucking 27-inch Apple.
That's my cam I'm on right now.
Yeah, they're fucking dynamite.
Yeah, and this one is a POS, man. He is very, very angry. But yeah, all the webcams have been bought up. All the webcams have been bought up because everybody knows they were going to be quarantined.
Yeah, that's well. Look, there's a whole bunch of shit out there you can't buy. Now you can't buy a cam, can't buy toilet paper.
No, that's
hand sanitizer, Lysol.
Gonna send me a
mac and cheese.
Thank you.
Any of you Skyrim fans out there? There's a great Khajiit meme going around right now. Khajiit has wares if you have coin, and it's a orange cat in a fort of toilet paper. Bags and bags and bags and bags of toilet paper all around him. And so you Skyrim fans out there would understand.
That looks fucking great. That shot right there looks dynamite.
Dude, these restarts.
Yeah, restarts are always hairy. So now we're done buying toilet paper. Now we're buying guns.
Only
ammo.
in states we're allowed.
Ammo is selling like fucking crazy and is on sale in a lot of areas.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're buying up guns, too. Look at how fast the fucking pit car swoops off the track. Starter don't look so bad. He got a good jump, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The restarts are fucking incredible. Like, they look like real restarts.
That should have been called off. He got way too much of a jump. Way too much.
Yeah, but they don't have the same kind of restart zone. They don't use that.
No,
they don't use that same restart zone.
It's driver. I don't want to say mandated.
It's just like old NASCAR. It's just like classic NASCAR restarts.
That's a good shot. The overhead shot.
The overhead looks good.
Isn't it though?
It's a fucking chase cam, copter cam, truck cam.
And now we know what Digger's going to do for the rest of the spring and summer. He's going to be watching iRacing.
Yeah, right.
He's like, this is my new sport. Done.
Hey, look, it's fun. It was a nice change for those who were NASCAR fans with no racing, and for other fans who just wanted to watch any kind of fucking sport. I mean, you know, like I said, I was tuned in. We were talking and chatting through the Twitch app. I was at Sutter's house trying to fling it to the TV, which I finally figured out after a bit because
yeah, I was gonna say, what took you so long on that?
Twitch don't let you do it.
Really? Because all I do is click on this right here, and it gives me my Fling to TV option right up here in the corner of the screen. I can throw it right to my LG.
Not mine. Can't do it. Cannot do it. I had to do screen mirroring.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know.
Weird, because
I don't know if it was because it was a TCL TV or I have no issues doing any of that shit with what'd you say, LG? Yeah, no issues doing that with an LG screen, period. Even though I have a Samsung phone, no issues. But when it came to other TVs, and I have a TCL, but I've never really flung anything from my
and another caution will be coming out.
Of course.
55 around.
Should it be a caution? He was clear. No damage.
Yeah, but he was in the middle of the track when he went around.
But he passed him, so I just would have kept it green and let him fucking go a lap down. And he got right back up and.
So what happened? What happened?
Yeah, that's what they're not showing the replay yet.
And they're all coming into the pits. Now, this is another thing I like. And they don't ever show you what the drivers are doing, but driver options on this side when you're going into the pits are the amount of gas that you want, tire change, any adjustments that need to be made, stuff like that. It's all done while you're pulling into the pits. The pit stop takes place under that same time span, like it's competitive the whole way through.
Yeah, because you don't physically have to pull into your pit. Once you hit pit lane, it becomes automated.
And you're just selecting the shit that you need to do.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Kinda
you're a crew chief at that point.
You can do that in Forza 2 when you're in their racing league.
Right.
Because we ran that league once or twice, right?
It's funny. NASCAR is actually running it as a paid partnership with Coca-Cola and is running it live over Facebook right now through their Facebook page.
Again, I think it's dynamite. I think it's great. I love the fact that there were real racers involved.
Snoop Dogg is broadcasting Madden tournaments on fucking Twitch as well now.
Yeah. Along with all the fucking rap battles that are going on over there and shit. And it's just streaming platforms are figuring out a way to bring in viewership.
This is the platform. Right now, they know that they've got the audience captive.
Yeah. And now is definitely the time to do it. Just like Thump and Mike just said, now's the time to do that. With the state of the world and what's going on, you have the ability to capture an audience that it's already there with the streaming and the younger generation. It's already there, but you have the ability to grab so many more viewers at this point.
Oh, yeah.
And suck them in to keep them there.
I'd have to do that with the Kentucky Derby.
Kentucky Derby's been canceled. Right.
Yeah,
might as well go.
September.
There's a fucking horse racing game. Let's run it. Let's run it virtually.
Well, you're also going to see like sites like VR Chat.
Yeah.
Where people get into their VR and go into social gatherings.
Not to say that it's a good thing, but the more that we're down because of this outbreak.
Down.
Right, when we're stuck in our homes, 8 o'clock at night, I'm stuck at home now. Can't go to a bar, can't do anything. The kids are home, I can't do anything. Kids are going to be all over this shit, all over it. And that's the sector you really want to grab. I wouldn't have a problem giving my kids $66 to go sit in a racing chair and race.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be the first ones to do it.
$66 is nothing. I pay that a fucking year just to be online alone. That's what you pay just to make sure you can play online.
So they're gaming anyway. So why not?
Fuck. Esports are huge. I keep saying it, although they're canceling all that shit too, which really sucks.
They're canceling all of the LAN tournaments.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
we're
virtual.
we're hearing a lot of conversation amongst a lot of broadcasters on Twitch and Mixer about setting. We know that there's latency issue stuff that still probably needs to be worked out. We know that there's a couple other little things as far as not allowing manipulation that needs to be sorted out. But we're going to see moving forward a change in how these groups operate. Like, there's potential to see CSGO tournaments still go on, that aren't land-based tournaments.
Okay. Hey, Ren.
Yes, sir.
I have a question for you.
Answer.
As these new news feed articles pop up, your thoughts on this? The federal government will deploy the Army Corps of Engineers to New York first.
That was because they were requested there first.
But what?
Well, they need them. I mean,
Yeah, they were requested. That is why.
I mean,
okay, so what does the National Guard or the Army Corps of Engineers, what can they do to help?
well, the Army Corps does more like
Army Corps are your contractors, your engineers, your builders, your...
Yeah, they're infrastructure.
They can build
based.
hospitals. They can build pop-up hospitals.
Yeah,
there's lots of things they can do.
Pop-up hospitals in Central Park, I can get that.
And that was the request, is actually that the Army Corps of Engineers comes in and starts building triage hospitals.
Okay.
Because they know that they're not going to be able to handle it. They see it already, and it was a request. I saw that put out by their governor. That.
Yeah, I was, like I said, curious, trying to understand what do I need the military for? I mean, I know that
well, the numbers they're projecting are ridiculous.
tens of millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, tens of millions.
This is only scratching the surface.
Yeah, we're at the beginning stages of all this. I mean, look, if
people are
fucking
panicking now, man, what are they gonna do when there's?
If China has 80,000 and they've known about this shit since November and didn't let anybody know till at least December, we're only 3 months in, and they've got 80,000, which I expect will probably hit 200,000, even though the curve is.
It's gonna take 3.
Curve
it's
is
gonna take
flattened
3
out,
months for
but
that
yeah,
curve
I mean,
to level.
The curve hasn't flattened at all yet.
Well, in China,
don't buy anything you're hearing about the curve being flattened.
Yeah, I was going to say, also don't take any credit out of the information you're getting out of China either. That's also still being dumbed down, and somehow they at one point have tried to blame us for how this got there. So
because they're going to blame us for everything and anything anyway. I mean, look, the curve here isn't. We haven't seen anything because we don't have the testing in place. The only people who are being tested are those people who go to a hospital because they don't feel well. I can guarantee.
Well, that's also what they're asking to a certain degree, is because of the lack of testing supplies that we currently have. Even though they're expecting that maybe by next week they'll have 2 million tests. Well, we got 300 million people that need to be tested.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
like, we're still way in an upswing. Like, all of these measures that these states are taking currently are really a hope and a prayer at this point.
I take a lot of things with a grain of salt when Trump comes to a podium and starts to talk about things.
I'm not even talking Trump. I'm talking what our local
let me finish my statement. You'll see that I'm not talking about Trump either at this point. I usually don't take a lot of what Trump says to heart when he's making comments about anything. But when you hear somebody come up and say July or August,
yep,
before we're on the other side of seeing the end of this, when you hear things like that be said, it's like, oh.
So they know that it's. I mean,
when you think about it, though, that's not unreasonable.
No, it's not unreasonable, but still, that's a dramatic impact to your day-to-day life.
But when you're 2 weeks to a month, and then all of a sudden they start saying July, August, June.
Well, you got to start somewhere, and I think the biggest problem with this is they a bump. He's going to lose it.
Oh
yeah,
no, he's coming back on the track.
So what are we looking at?
Woo!
Is that J7 in the house? Is she just in?
We're
watching.
we're watching a
fucking
NASCAR
World
race, but it's an e-sport NASCAR race. They're running at Miami Homestead, and it's their esports league.
Mm-hmm.
And they're running the NASCAR style cars tonight in round 3 of their season, and Miami Homestead.
Yes.
And
Oh.
and Digger hasn't ever seen the iRacing, so we pulled it up and started showing him just how real this shit looks. It looks like it might as well be NASCAR. Like, it might as well be the actual race.
Yeah. The in-car not so good.
Yeah, the in-car's a little wacky, but it's actually a whole lot better than you thought. Like, this guy's in-car is actually pretty good.
Look at this slob racing.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He's an athlete.
Okay. You know what? I give you points for that one.
Yeah, bud.
Hands down.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, yeah. No. It's not even ding, ding, ding. That's like 5 or 6 right there.
He's a one athlete.
But yeah, it's being broadcast all over Facebook right now too. It's NASCAR in conjunction with Coca-Cola Racing. It's the iRacing series, the Coca-Cola iRacing series. Is the name of the actual series.
Think of it as the first sport to take this downtime and bring it to the internet and go, fuck it.
To make it mainstream, because like this has been going on for a while. They've been doing these. They're like several seasons into doing this. But this is the first time it's going to get that Front Street action. Like, this can replace a sport. If we're down long enough, it can replace a sport.
Welcome, Jess. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. You know.
I have a question for you. Since I know you're home working virtually.
Uh-huh.
What app do you use for your meetings and shit? Are you using Slack, Microsoft Teams, Google
Hangout?
Using Hangouts?
Yeah, it's a Google company. Of course they're
But
using.
that don't necessarily.
Yeah, it does because she said it when she was on the show last Tuesday.
And my second question is: now that you're home working during business hours, how is your internet?
You know, it's good, but sometimes it gets really spotty.
I had that issue happen yesterday twice where I was working and all of a sudden I had no internet. Boom. Little logo came up, was like, you ain't got no internet. You might want to do
randomly
something.
sometimes. It's weird.
You'll start to see that change over the next week to 2 weeks.
I don't think the United States has the infrastructure in place.
They are eliminating data caps.
Well, they're data, but that's all on phone side. You've only heard
cable providers.
Spectrum is the only one so far who has come up and said they're dropping data caps.
Comcast came out last week and said it, and so did Verizon.
Yeah,
Comcast don't have data caps.
Apparently they do.
Data caps.
Apparently
Comcast,
they do.
Apparently they do.
Comcast don't have data caps. If anybody with a data cap by now, it's me sucking down 31 gigs of data a day. There is no data caps on Comcast.
You're not on Comcast. You're on Optimum.
Excuse me. That's Cablevision. Yeah, Comcast. Okay, they do fucking throttle. I don't know if they have caps, but I know they throttle.
No,
Verizon came out and said they're doing it. AT&T came out and said they're doing it. They all said they're doing it.
Yeah, everybody who might have been throttling you at one point or another has come out and said, look over the next couple of weeks to see a softer, gentler internet.
Yeah. I have heard that.
Because they're making sure that the students have access to education. They're making sure that the people who have to work from home are able to, and not for anything, streamers and people who do podcasts like we do live directly to Facebook, we're getting a boost as well because they want this type of entertainment to be made readily available for anybody so that they can actually see something.
AT&T, CenturyLinks, Cox Communications, Xfinity, Mediacom, and Sparklight are the ones who have dropped their data caps.
Is that the revised new list?
Yes, it is.
Because 2 days ago, it was a lot shorter than that.
Yeah, that's 5 because aside from that, I mean, Optimum right here, no data cap, unlimited, no fees for overage.
Yeah, I get that. There's a lot of other companies that have, like, utility companies have come out and said, if for some reason you can't pay your whatever, your electricity bill or your cable bill or your whatever bill, don't worry because we're not going to cut you off.
Well, I got to think of USAA today about like if people need time to pay their house insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insurance, auto.
Sure, everything. I mean, even
They're
the
giving
fucking.
everybody a break. It's kind of like just you tell us what you want to pay.
I wish my
and we'll
landlord
work
would
it
say
out
that.
with you.
Be great if my landlord said, "Hey, you ain't got to
Well,
pay
New
me
York
this
is
month."
trying to get landlords to just waive the month.
Mm.
Yeah, landlords too. Like, I
Yeah,
think
they're talking about wave month or 2.
I'm thinking more like 2 or 3.
Well, right, they got to get them in on the preliminary first.
Mm.
And right now you're seeing maybe a month, and then you're seeing some places say month or 2. Who is it? Spectrum said that 60 days of free internet to students.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody's kind of, right now you're hearing month, 2 month is kind of the norm. Like I said, it was not until yesterday when you had the big hoopla saying July and August, and that is going to be where we're starting to see a lot of revisions, because even NASCAR finally, they had only put off 2 races, and then they were like, all right, now we're going to be down till maybe May 3rd and hopefully be able to come back, but we're going to follow the guidelines of whatever, the CDC and WHO recommend moving forward. So they are looking that it could possibly be postponed further, and just kind of letting you know this is where we're at right now. We don't know where we're going to be in the future, but we know this is what we're doing right now.
Isn't this insane? This is like the apocalypse. Like,
it's a weird.
Last night when we were out, everybody was kind of like, have your last meal, have your last drink.
Last night, he's absolutely right. Last night
had that
felt like
feeling.
the apocalypse.
They
I
had
mean,
that feeling, like-
fucking 7 o'clock, we're getting beers, doubling up. 7:30 rolls around, last call. You're looking at your
Pounding
watch
down
going.
shots,
You're
everybody's like,
looking at your watch
be outta
going.
here,
It's
buddy. Gotta be home.
7:30.
Like
be
you were
home.
told that the rapture happens at 8.
Right. Like, when the fuck did you ever hear of any place in your entire life calling last call at 7:30?
Dude,
that was
Not even during a snowstorm.
Hold on. When did you ever think that you would hear Walmart's closing all 24-hour stores and putting them on a limited schedule?
Right? Right?
Like, that's the one right there. When did you ever think you'd hear Walmart's closing the stores early? Wait, my store doesn't close. What do you mean closing it early?
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with myself for the next couple of weeks.
You're gonna take in a bunch of online entertainment. You're gonna enjoy you're gonna hate the meetings that your company's gonna continue to drag you through.
Yeah, that's really annoying. I really hope this
They
doesn't
call more. I've heard a lot of people start to complain that have been working from home. That they call more meetings now that you're at home working.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's
now
what
all
I'm-
of a sudden they need to see you
checking
more.
in on people that are working from home.
Yeah, they're actually setting more meetings because it's like, oh, we want to talk to you. So the conversations you might have had with somebody just like by walking over or just seeing them on the hallway or just whatever. It's like, no, now we have to have a 30-minute
Yeah, now we're having a 30-minute meeting
chat
for it.
this because you can't run into me and ask me about it. Like, it's just really, I'm not down with any of this at all. It's just really,
This is social distancing.
it's just,
You
no.
you unblurred your background there, Ren.
I did.
Social distancing.
I don't know.
That's
This shit not affecting any of my work. that I
Social
do, man.
distancing just
It's
means
getting
less
busier,
teen
if
pregnancy. That's all that does. Can't stop people from gathering. It's a fucking whole bunch of people hanging out in front of the store tonight, like just bullshitting, like, "Oh, the bar's not closed. I see you got beer too." And
Clerks, bro, it's Clerks happening in real life.
I like your throwback Thursday pick.
Don't they have the
Do you
whole
like that
thing
throwback
where
Thursday
like,
pick?
Yes.
cops walking around?
what was that, J7?
Didn't they say they were gonna have cops walking around, like
Oh,
people are going into like bars and stuff that are for some reason still open, even though they asked all of them to close?
I will tell you, there was a hell of a lot of cops on patrol last night. Not that I saw them do much of anything, but in my whopping like
I think
6-minute drive home, I must have seen like 20 fucking cop cars just passing by up and down, roaming the streets.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Because they said they were gonna do that. They were like, if you are not complying with the whole, close down now order from, the government,
This
then
bar
we're
is
gonna
open.
make you.
Yo, they shut down Vegas, man.
Yeah.
Shut down everything. I mean, how am I going to have my rock band party this weekend? I'm going to have to throw everybody out by 8 o'clock?
Well,
You can't have more than 10 people.
Yeah, you just got to limit the number of people. Still have your party, but limit the number
I
of people.
have not read or saw any information that says it's 10 people. Everything I see still says we're at 50 or less.
President Trump came out yesterday and said, keep your groups of gatherings less than 10 people. That's where New York is going with their social...
It is the WHO recommendation currently that your groups now are dropped.
Around him.
I mean, if I was to listen to him all the time, I'd be in jail for fucking groping pussy.
No, that's Biden.
Well, him too.
He's a hair sniffer.
Yeah, he is a hair sniffer, and he likes to put his hands down people's backs. Not really sure what that's about. But go ahead, you vote.
Kind of like the guy from Ally McBeal, where he liked to feel the women's waddle.
Their waddle? What's that?
That's when you got a fat ass and can't walk straight.
No, remember he called it the waddle. It was the piece of skin right underneath the side of the chin. It was so soft. He was. Go watch Ally McBeal. You'll understand.
I got another new meme for you.
Fucking gullet. That's what it's called. Wait, what new meme?
Slacked up.
Oh, all right. Where's my Slack? There it is. There's a lot of shit going on.
Nail salons closed. Hair salons closed. Lash salons closed. It's about to get real ugly out here.
That's the truth.
Look, she's not laughing because she's like, oh fuck, that's right, nails. We know how she is about her eyebrows, guys. So
yes, I can't get my eyebrows done. I can't get my hair
You can't get your eyebrows licked.
Ren, why don't you throw your fucking meme into like the group one, your Throwback Thursday?
I could throw that in the group chat. Yeah,
that belongs in there too. I mean, that's so true. That's like last Thursday. Everything looked great.
Oh, this one's funny. Look, I'm so glad I ended up we did not buy the tickets. I was going to go to the Post Malone show here in Greensboro. It was going to be in this month. But
yeah.
Post Malone has just suspended his tour. Does this now make him Postponed Malone?
Postponed Malone. Hey, Jazz Fest, they just rescheduled till to the fall.
Till the fall, yeah.
Although that could pan out pretty well because
the French Open they've postponed till late September, early October. The French Open after the U.S. Open.
Yeah, but the French are dirty people. They'll probably just keep giving each.
No. Come on now, you're spreading false information there. Now France has shut their shit down even tighter than a lot of other places have.
Italy's the tightest at this point.
You know, the funniest thing is like Trump goes, yeah, we're closing our borders, and everyone was up in arms, and then all of a sudden, like 4 days later, it's like systematically country by country by country by country going, yeah, we're closing our borders.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden we're looking like idiots on the other side because we haven't yet. And now the people in the country are like, why did we close our borders? Damn it! Why did we close our borders? Trump's acting all slow.
I thought that the whole thing was that not that we're closing our borders. I mean, that makes sense. That actually did make sense to me. What
Done
did
weeks
not
ago.
make sense is the fact that he kept downplaying what was happening, and
Oh yeah.
then came out and said, "Oh, we're closing our borders." Meanwhile, it's the real lack of leadership. Like, he really is following what everyone else is doing. Like in New York and in New Jersey and in California and in Washington, other states, they all kind of set up their own guidelines for how to deal with this.
Yep.
Right.
Meanwhile, the federal government was just like, I don't know, it'll blow over in the summer, guys. And then he was like, oh yeah, we should close down our borders. It's like, bitch, too late, okay?
My dude is rocking a Superman outfit. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this one the way I did the other one, yarn in this group. But my dude is rocking a Superman outfit, and his cape says Rona Defender on the back of it, and he has got a belt of toilet tissue on his biceps. He's got Clorox wipes, and he is carrying a bottle of Perel hand sanitizer and walking through the food court at a mall.
Wow.
Hitting everybody up. Oh, you need some hand sanitizer? You need some hand sanitizer? He is the Rona Defender wearing his Superman outfit.
The Rona Defender. That's funny. I don't know. There's like, you probably heard about that guy from Tennessee, right? The guy that...
Yeah, the dickhead. Call him out. Talk all the shit about him that needs to be talked about him, because he is a piece of shit human being. Him and his brother went around the state of Tennessee and bought 17,700 bottles of hand sanitizer from stores all over the state of Tennessee and put them on eBay and Amazon at prices ranging from $8 to $50 a bottle for hand sanitizer. Got busted and turned around and then donated the rest of it to try and redeem a little bit of face.
Yeah, too little, too late.
No, he only did that after he got called out for being an asshat.
He was getting death threats. He said his phone number and address were leaked online. He doesn't know how many times. He had people showing up at his door.
Wow.
And telling him off. That's when he decided that he was going to get rid of all the fucking hand sanitizer.
I don't know if you read the articles that came out, but the initial way he was talking about it was like, oh, yeah, you know, we went from a place where we were going to be set up, my family was going to be set up pretty well financially.
Yeah, that's
but
what
now,
he wanted to do.
I don't know what I'm going to do with all this stuff. It's like, well, let's see. What could you potentially do with this shithead?
You are now the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and you give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away now.
What a fucking year this week has been, okay? That's all I have to say.
Yeah, no shit. Look, everybody came into 2020 real fucking hype. We was all good, and we've gotten the threat of war with Iran. We've gotten locust coming through Afghanistan. We've got...
And just think, everyone in January was bitching like, when is this fucking month going to end? Because January seemed to drag on forever. How many fucking people wish we can go back to January now?
Oh, I would love to be back there.
January.
And here's the only other thing. Here's the only other thing that scares me about all this, and I don't give a fuck about the quarantine and all that shit, because you know what? Again, we joke, I joke. Do the right fucking thing, people. Here we are in our own fucking COVID-19 bunkers doing our show. As we've been told, it's 8 o'clock, you can't go out. What if they close the fucking beaches?
They are already.
They already did.
Yeah, they did.
I was gonna say, Florida
already did.
Florida was told after all those people after all those people gathered out yesterday and shit. The governor put his foot down. Yeah, the governor put his foot down.
Fort Lauderdale.
And he shut down the bars.
That's because fucking Florida, man. We can't go by Florida. And plus, they rigged an election. It's Florida. We got that's you know when you take a test in school and they say we're gonna throw the best one out and the worst one out. Florida's the worst one. They threw that shit right out.
And New York, because it's the best one.
Well, I'd rather throw California out. At least New York, we can get in the tally, you know. But I don't want the beaches closed. Stop it, people. The sun's good for this virus.
Have 50,000 people out there on a beach next to each other. I mean, it's kind of like the same shit.
Just go to a
No,
pub-
let me
just
spread
go
my
to one of
go
your
ahead.
public parks.
Just let me spread my false information that the sun is good for the virus. Okay,
No, sun's not
we don't
good
want the
for
beaches
the
closed.
Oh,
We don't-
y'all
bad enough
y'all
you
heard
can't
today
drink on
about the
beach.
ibuprofen thing, right?
No, what is this?
Ibuprofen's an anti-inflammatory which aggravates coronavirus.
Or if you already have it, you shouldn't take.
Sell my stock in that.
Well, if right now, if you don't know whether you have it or not, don't take fucking ibuprofen.
Oh, okay.
I take ibuprofen every day. It's my favorite fucking.
I'm an Aleve guy.
I take
That's
that
acetaminophen.
I like Aleve too. I prefer.
I'm an acetaminophen person, not an ibuprofen person.
IDK is an Aleve girl. That's all she's like taking Aleve. No, fuck that shit. Don't work. It's like a fake drug.
Nah, for me, it's the only one that actually does work, and it is quick and like pretty much instantaneous. I don't know if it's placebo or not, but it makes me feel better every time.
Wow, I actually made money in the stock market today. Yay me.
Don't bother wearing green today. Nobody's gonna touch you.
Stocks went up.
Only one fund went up. I made cash there.
Disney's down to $93. It closed today, wasn't it?
Yo, I'm gonna say this.
Did you put any puts on it?
I did short that stock. I think I might have shorted it too far though.
Yeah.
I have my calls in at 88.
Yeah, Waffle's feeling the same way because it went back up today. When it closed out at 93, it was up from where it had been.
Yeah, I have my calls are at my puts rather, excuse me, are at 88. I hit my puts on Uber at 20.
Uber stock?
Yeah,
Uber, yeah.
Uber was 22 yesterday, and
yeah, I shorted it to 20.
Yeah,
it's down at 18.9. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you people right now, and I really don't verbalize stock tips or anything like that.
Don't lie.
No, I don't do it very. I do it
amongst our small circles. We may discuss things, but it's not normally talked about here.
Yeah, I don't do it for my friends, and only twice in 10 years have I ever put out anything on Facebook. But I'm telling you right now, Uber, Disney, hard look at those stocks. They're at all-time fucking lows. All time.
Yeah, considering the fact that 2 weeks ago Disney was over 130 and now it's down under 100.
Yeah, I mean, and I own that stock at 152, bro.
Skyrocket when all this shit passes.
I own Disney at 152.
Disney will always bounce back.
Okay. Yeah. If you need to know what kind of numbers we're talking about, that's a $14,000 loss. When that stock comes back, which should be
shortly,
2 to 4 weeks, let's say. Let's give this a month for the market to correct itself. I don't think the market dips lower than it's at. It might bounce up and down in between this 20,000, 21,000 number. I really don't think we can fall much lower than that because that is a financial crisis.
Oh, that's a recession.
Yeah, that's borderline recession, and they're already starting to claim recession, and it's going to take a year to come back from this. It's not going to take no year to come back from this. Not with.
They're saying there's indications of this is already worse than 1929.
Only because of the losses, but if you reverse the math, it's not the same. I mean, it's not the same because the monetary value in the market was not equal to from then to now. Even with the inflation rating, it's not equal from then to now. It's close. I give it that, and I would never discount any financial guru opinion on that. But the numbers don't equate. I mean, yeah, are we in a recession? No, we're in we're in a crisis.
Yeah.
We're in a crisis, and what's the first thing everybody does when there's a crisis? Take money out of the bank, buy toilet paper. Take money out of the bank. The stock market is a bank.
No, I didn't. I'm lying. I did not go buy toilet paper.
You know, the stock
What
market
up with the weird shopping habits people have right now? Have you guys seen people like Whole Foods or whatever ordering like 15 gallons of milk? What's up with that?
Can't find turkey or chicken.
One of the recommendations right now is for if you're going to be purchasing milk to freeze it.
Who the fuck wants to freeze milk?
Well, that's the recommendation with it right now, because we don't know what the dairy market's going to do over these next couple months, and
yeah, with the farmers.
Yeah, that's it. It's just part of the concern. That's a natural concern to actually on that. They're talking about, you know, if you can buy like other shelf stabilized stuff instead of perishable items, that would be a good thing for you to do, because if the quarantine starts to increase, then stuff like that'll be more beneficial to you. So buying and freezing milk right now is actually it's an advisement.
Buying and freezing.
Really? Who said that? That sounds sketch.
Right? Yeah, I would just rather suck on a chick's tit for a while and get some milk.
Okay, well you can do that, but
freezing milk. Did anybody have you ever froze milk and then drank it after the fact?
I've never done that.
That's disgusting. It separates. You gotta shake it.
You know what? You know what? Like first world fucking problems, bruh. At one point in this, like the recommendation isn't about your quality of taste of fucking milk. It's about just getting the vitamins that come from it. You first world high sadiddy son of a bitch.
Buy powdered milk. Fuck it. Just add water.
What about maybe powdered milk?
Well, that's what I said. Shelf-stable stuff or buying and freezing milk. These are your two options. They are viable options. It doesn't matter what your opinion is about how it tastes after the fact.
Frozen milk nasty.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
I would not drink frozen milk. Ew, how long has that been here? I don't know.
Yeah, and you can only freeze that for so long, too.
Yeah, it goes bad anyway, even if it's frozen, right?
Yeah, but how long are we freezing milk for? It's not like we're freezing it for years.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like it's really gonna be frozen that long. I mean, we are literally talking about it's like taking your carton of cigarettes when you go and buy them and sticking them in the freezer. Like it's not really extending the life much, but you think you're feeling it's a little bit.
Okay. Well, I don't buy cigarettes. So.
Yeah, but you asked for an answer to your question. That is literally the answer to your question. It is being recommended that if you're going to be stocking up any supplies, to buy and freeze milk is something that is being recommended currently out there on the wave right now.
Start stocking
yeah, the crazy stockpiling.
Yeah, you know, it's just an option. Nobody said it was pleasant. These aren't these.
So you know what? They actually said that, like, you know how Italy is a couple of weeks ahead of us on the curve. They actually said that they had the same thing happen, where people started stockpiling food, just food in general. But then it turned out that there isn't a supply of food issue. You know.
No.
So it ended up that they actually didn't need to stockpile food.
Right.
So,
it's not a supply of food issue. The stockpiling, what their recommendation is on stockpiling, if you're going to be stockpiling, is shelf-stable stuff in the event that you have to be quarantined.
Mm-hmm.
In the event that you have to be quarantined and can't go out and get anything or have anybody bring you anything, because that's a violation of quarantine.
Race is over.
That's true. Yeah.
Have you realized at this point that the entire population of the world would never survive in a zombie apocalypse? Because the only fucking thing they're buying in droves is toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and fucking chicken.
It's not going to kill off a zombie.
No, it's probably going to create
a couple. Those are not shelf-sustainable canned goods.
Why everybody's going to get ammo and guns now.
Right. See, right now, they're already 2 weeks too late because I got a basement full of ammo. I stocked up on that shit immediately. Zombie apocalypse, ammo.
Yeah.
But you live in New Jersey and can't own a gun, but you have all the ammo in the world.
That's okay. No one's going to know about the gun. You know what I mean? It's a zombie apocalypse. At that point, you don't need a license. You don't need a fucking license. I'll throw them. That's right. Yeah. And smack them with a hammer on the back. Pew, pew.
You're just gonna throw a bunch of bullets at zombies.
I mean, but think about it. If this was like fucking, I don't want to try and make light of this, but if this was quicker spreading than it is right now,
I don't want to make light of this, but hold my beer.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, how many fucking people would be like, oh, well, I got toilet paper. I don't have fucking cough medicine or aspirins, but I got plenty of toilet paper.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole toilet paper debacle.
Because somebody said you're going to shit out your ass, so everybody bought toilet paper.
That's what it is.
Neighbor's house got TP'd last night. Now it's listed on Zillow for $12.5 million.
That's a good meme right there. I mean, shit, do you remember when you used to use toilet paper to like fucking wrap your neighbor's car or TP the tree? Now you could, fuck it. I mean, shit, people would be climbing the tree to get the toilet paper.
Yeah, true.
I mean, and I think what it really comes down to is I think the fear of people being, you know, the next stage of this is quarantine in your house.
Yeah, that's gonna be the
okay. And what happens? You can't go out unless you need supplies or going to the doctor. So people just said, fuck it, and I'm gonna buy 40 rolls, 50 rolls of toilet paper just in case.
Well, what's with the water? I mean, why are you buying water?
Well,
Water
there was reports out there originally that our water system could be tainted because they don't test for pathogens or airborne water droplet diseases.
Yeah, I was going to say this is a droplet disease which could easily be transferred through a water system. So.
And our water supply in the United States is not tested. We had this conversation last night. Is not tested for that. It is tested for contaminants.
Yeah, it's contested.
And it's the contaminants that can kill you within a month. Lead, iron, shit like that. You know, you're a water guy.
Yeah, but the water that's bottled, where does that come from? Is that really
Poland Spring.
Is that really spring water?
Straight from Maine.
If it's listed, read up on your regulations of what bottled water categorized has to be. Spring water has to be sourced from, in order to how it's labeled, there's truth in labeling. That's the only regulation in bottled water. If it's listed as spring water, it has to have this source. If it's listed as another type of water, it's gotta come through at least this filtration system. Like there are rules on what bottled water is, and there are qualities of like what you're getting when it comes down to bottled water. Which is kind of crazy, but yeah, I found out like several years back about the truth behind bottled water.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're being sold, and if it says a certain thing on the bottle, what the rules are about it being able to even put that label on.
Ah, interesting. There's a Netflix documentary. What is it called? I think it's called Rotten. There's a series, and every episode's about bottled water. It's pretty interesting.
The amount of plastic in bottled water. That's what it's really about.
Yeah, PTE number 6.
No, there's actually one about bottled spring water that comes from like natural spring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's nothing in this world. Nothing in this world. Careful for Zoom bombing, people. This is a new thing. Yes, Zoom bombing. As we are all confined to our houses and using social media to interact with others, there are many public meeting places, whether it be Skype or Zoom or Slack or Discord or Google Hangouts. There's plenty of places to be interactive socially behind a camera. Zoom bombing is the newest one. Today, during a open group meeting, which I believe was a happy hour, WHF happy hour. Somebody joined in and shared their screen. And when you share your screen, everybody sees it and broadcasted Two Girls, One Cup.
I mean,
no.
that'd be like me jumping into one and doing my cereal bowl.
Yeah, Two Girls, One
That
Cup.
one was rough. Be happy that we didn't know each other then, because you probably would have been exposed to that with J7. Just because you would have been like, "What are you talking about?" And I'd been like, "All right, you asked."
So the problem with that is specifically for Zoom, this is why they're calling it Zoom bombing. Zoom's policy, the host doesn't need to grant screen sharing access for another participant. It's a free-for-all.
Yeah, same thing with Skype.
Exactly. There is no feature where you can, control what goes on in a room you've started. And again, now that we're, getting closer to lockdowns, again, here on the East Coast, we're fucking yeah, exactly. We're quarantined. This is where people are to get to.
It's in Slack if you're interested.
Zoom bombing.
But yeah, I mean, and it's that simple though. Just like I just flashed that up there, showed you what all was on the screen, and boom, dipped it right back out and was gone. It's that simple, and that's what they're doing. Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
Which that's why more people need to just start using Discord, because you can't do shit like that in Discord.
You can't do that on Discord?
No. In a group setting like that, that is, you can't just join those groups. Those groups are privatized.
Okay. Well, these are all public. WFH happy hour usually starts around 3 o'clock Pacific time.
Oh man, that was like a. They're
That's
showing.
huge.
They're showing the replay of the finish.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Close as hell.
Yeah.
Bumper.
Hold on, be right back.
But yeah, I thought it was kind of funny. I mean, here you are in a social gathering online where you're trying to do the right thing, and then some asshole comes in and just shares screen of video of Two Girls, One Cup, which is probably one of the most disgusting things on the internet, period.
Probably. Although I wouldn't challenge them on it.
No, me neither. No.
There's always some dumbass out there that's gotta, have something.
While we were watching that race, I missed a bunch of other shit here. Sutter dropped in talking about Tom Brady.
Oh, tomorrow's gonna be a whole shit show of flurry of activity.
Yeah, I'm sure.
4 p.m., right?
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, deadline's 4 p.m.
4 p.m. for what?
You're gonna hear
For the final
signings, trades.
Yeah, signings, trade before free agency.
I have a feeling a lot
Football.
of trades. A lot of trades.
Oh, okay.
Football, I know you're not a sports girl, and I get that, but football is really the only sport right now that kind of matters,
It's like
because
Mark's talking about, yeah.
everyone else is postponed or non-active, and football don't really start till August. So the chances of football season being interrupted, I don't want to say it's slim to none, but it's slim to none.
It's lower than others.
Yeah. So it's what's keeping the sports world alive right now is NFL.
That's good.
Today was a flurry of things happening of like, what the fuck did I just see? And what the fuck did ESPN just say?
Mm-hmm.
MLB's going to do it.
Otherwise,
They're just gonna cancel, they're just going to play a short season.
They're going to have to play a shortened season.
gonna
There's
pick it
no
up
way
in
to extend
July.
it. There's no way to extend it. It's
And
not
then just-
possible.
So I've been watching this same map that we've been watching
Yeah.
for weeks now, And since the show started, it's gone up 3,000.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's that John Hopkins map. I've heard they've lost a little bit of credibility on that site too, though.
Yeah, the problem there is the information is not flowing in like it's supposed to between.
Supposedly, it's really only being updated 3 times a week.
That's not.
No.
I don't know.
No,
It went up 3,000.
You're seeing changes, but those aren't real. That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah,
that's
definitely,
what the speculation is on their map. Is that map's been met with a lot of negative reception, and the company behind it had said that they were only getting updates 3 times a week.
Yeah. Okay. So from what I know about this, and I don't know a lot, but what I do know is our country, CDC, WHO, since we don't have the proper amount of testing in place, we don't know the real numbers in the United States.
Right.
United States numbers could balloon in the next week.
Yeah, once you start getting the test
It
kits
it could balloon to an extra
Wait
100,000
till they start
people in
testing
the
up
next
here
week.
at PNC.
And I
then
also
numbers come out.
PNC, Monmouth, there's
There's one in Bergen County. I think
there's going to be one down in Atlantic City.
PNC.
There's going to cover this state to be able to be tested. The other thing I do know is the let me get this right, the ECDC, which is the European Center for Disease Control, has not been able to submit their reportings properly. So we don't know 100% of what's going on in Europe because of the concentration on Italy. They have neglected other places.
Yeah, you'll never know the true number.
No.
Well, we won't know for a
It's
couple
just
of
too-
weeks until his testing can really filter out there. And
I think he's more accurate with what he said, though. You're never going to know the real number. Like anybody who's taken and saying, "Oh well, China's on the other side of this." No, China just stopped feeding information out to the public because they got tired of being labeled the bad guy.
oh yeah, plus now they're getting way more recovery, which is good.
Well, they're feeding you more recovery. They're not.
Yeah.
Right now, the funniest thing is supposedly the most honest and rapid testing that is being done is South Korea.
And yeah, South Korea's numbers are they're not bad.
They're saying that is the most accurate, and they're testing mass population.
Yeah, South Korea, what, 1,700 people?
Korea?
1,400 people recovered. I don't know what the.
Yeah, I'm really worried that we're gonna like start ballooning.
Oh,
in
we
terms-
are.
Oh, it's just the beginning.
I'll tell you, look at
Yes,
that
sir.
map, and it's getting fucking bigger. Where are we at right now, United States? 6,300. So that's another 200 cases since we went on air.
Yeah.
61 when we started.
And I don't know if
Gonna
it's
lock
that.
down before the end of the week. As soon as New York does it, Connecticut will do it.
Well, yeah, but once New York does it, it follows suit with the
Yeah,
tri-state
because
area.
We're just too close to New York, so it's just kind of. It wouldn't make sense for them to lock down and us not to because we can't use their mass transit. So what's the point of not locking down? We can't do anything in a tri-state anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was saying a couple weeks ago. I was like, what are New Yorkers going to do if you can't have the subway?
That's
It's coming down to that. I mean,
Uber,
it's-
buy stock in Uber.
I mean, I went on this past weekend, I went to see my boyfriend, and it was like, I took an Uber, and I was worried about being in an Uber. I was like, oh my God, what if the driver has it? What if the driver has it? What if the last person to sit here had it?
It's the whole
Like-
2-week incubation period thing that's scary because people
Yeah.
will be like, right, in 2 weeks we'll do this, but right now somebody's carrying it for 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks from now, when they may lift a regulation or whatever, and then people start going out, the people that had it for 2 weeks dormant are just going to spread it all over again. So that you have to do it for a month,
Right.
at least.
Right. You've
Yeah.
got to be able to. You got to be quarantined
like-
past the incubation period.
That layover, that overlap.
Yep. 21 days at a minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need 3 weeks, a month.
The incubation period. I can't believe it's like 14 days.
Dude, they said that this virus stays live on stainless steel for up to 3 days, just hanging on stainless steel.
That's crazy.
Cardboard, believe it or not, on cardboard, it's only like maybe 18 hours or something like that, though.
That's weird. I guess because it's porous.
Still a really long time. Imagine, right, that like you got something delivered to your house and the postman had it and then he sneezed on your package.
Oh, yeah, walking up to your doors. Hey, I bet those people with them Ring doorbells are loving that shit.
Right? And then he left it there, right?
Like, Achoo! Yeah, we're not getting whatever that is for a couple weeks. It's going to sit there on the fucking porch.
Leave it ferment.
You didn't even interact with the package. And then, like, you pick it up and you get it from this package.
Well, that's another rumor going around, right? You shouldn't open up your Wish packages because it all came out of China.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't make sense because it takes like a long time for it to get from China to your door. So even if somebody sneezed on it,
yeah, that's kind of what like stainless steel seems to be the longest holder. Stainless steel and other metal flat non-porous
items. About fucking money now too, man.
Are saying 3 days.
Money changes hands fucking every minute.
So what are you gonna do? Like,
well, that's why I don't use cash. That's why you gotta.
I was gonna say you're gonna see the biggest movement in a cashless society after this.
Oh, it's killing me. I don't have any cash in the house right now because we fucking went through it all. I mean, I'm a debit card kind of guy, but Ren will tell you. Isn't it not always cash in my pocket, Ren?
Yep.
Always. Couple $100, period. I have no cash in house. It's fucking killing me.
They say like banks.
Well, I don't know. Unless you're gonna be routinely visiting strip clubs, I don't.
No, it's not only that. It's every time you go to use a fucking debit card, there's a goddamn fee associated to it. Fuck you. Keep stealing my money.
No, there isn't. What's the fee? For what?
Peace of mind.
There's always.
Oh, you can
If I use an ATM, I get it reimbursed.
Well, yeah, it's the ATMs are different. I mean, because there's always a fee there.
I go to Wawa and I use my card to take it out,
no charge.
There's no charge. But if I do use one, I get $15 a month
back. Well, a lot of stores now are like, oh no, I put it through his credit. Yeah, because you're getting fucking 1.6%, you bitch.
But I don't have any banks around. It's all online. I can't go to a bank. I can't USAA. I can't go to a bank.
How about the worst thing for everybody in the world right now? We're all under quarantine and Fortnite is down.
What?
Oh, dude, Xbox went down the first day.
Yes, I told you, internet.
Microsoft Teams went down the first day.
Teams was down today too.
Yep.
That's why I asked earlier.
Microsoft Team too. Like I live near Grand Central, so they had like ads that were like, working from home, use Teams. I was like, really? Okay.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they've been unable to handle the influx of customers.
And the reason why for the big Teams push is because most people who are on Slack aren't paying for it. Teams, you have no choice but to pay for. Mm-hmm. There is no free plan.
Really, there's no free plan for Teams?
There's a minimal free plan. It doesn't compare to Slack. Microsoft's not really interested in putting it out there as a free product. They wrapped it into Office 365, which is subscription based.
Yeah.
So it's a pay as you go, basically. You can get it outside of that in a free capacity. We played with it. It's not worth it on a free capacity.
Yeah, I bet they don't want you to have it for free.
Right. It's like the the whole Skype support. I mean, it's Skype is going by the wayside on a free outside platform. Everything that we're playing with, because we're all running the betas here, this is all being built for Teams.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. If you can't make money off of it, who gives a shit about it?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Slack is great, and Google Hangouts is great. I mean, we used to use that quite frequently. It's not up to par with what you can do with Slack, but Google has their own suite of things you can run side by side, which, I mean, you can have a Google Hangout inside your fucking Gmail.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can't do that with any other fucking email program.
Yeah, true. That's true. I don't use any Microsoft. That's not true. I use Word periodically, and what else do I use?
PowerPoint maybe because Slides sucks.
No, I actually use Slides.
I hate Slides. Slides is the most terrible piece of software Google has ever created.
Yeah, it does suck. I will say that. And I still use Microsoft Office only because I am so accustomed to the ribbon in it. I know where everything is with my eyes closed, and I can't say that with Google Docs. But there's really no difference between the two at this point. I think using Excel is still easier than Sheets, especially if you're using formulas across multiple files or multiple spreadsheets. It's way easier to do it in Excel.
Yeah, I mean,
For complicated shit, it's way easier.
Yeah, like if you're like a finance person or something, or an accountant or something, and you have really, really complex, like crazy formulas, then yeah, probably Excel is the way to go. But for most people, like I think there's a special place in hell where people are just emailing each other the same file with different file names, like with revisions. And I'm like, now there are like 8 versions of this thing.
I never understood that because it tracks revisions. Doesn't matter what program you're using, whether it's fucking Excel or Sheets or
yeah, but with
you want to go back
Excel,
to Word Perfect and whatever they used, it all tracks it. Yeah.
And send you a different version of it. Whereas with Google Docs, everyone can see what you're doing. And
yeah, it's in the fucking cloud.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Excel at this point. You know, 365 Live, it's in the cloud. Everything's.
I haven't used Excel for a while, so maybe.
You open it up and you get a notification. Oh, Joe Blow is looking at the document. Thanks. I don't need you to fucking email it to me. And now you just wasted more space in my fucking Google Cloud because you sent it via Drive.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you kidding me? I went through that yesterday. I must have gotten the same file 4 fucking times. It's like, why are you fucking just send me a fucking instant message through whatever fucking platform. Updated the file. And you don't even have to do that because I already saw you updated. It came right there in my little fucking notification panel. Oh, Joe Blow worked on this file. Okay. I should look at that, shouldn't I? I didn't need the 4 emails from the 3 other team members.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. You know what? I don't think no one's prepared for what's happening. Like I said, we're going to infrastructure failure.
You know when it's going to really hit people? This weekend. It's going to be first day of spring is Thursday.
Earliest spring ever.
Weekend, and everybody's going to want to go out and do something. And they're going to be like, shit, I can't go out to lunch. Can't go out to breakfast. Oh, let's go out for brunch. Well, let's go out for a couple drinks.
Yeah, no, can't do that.
You can't go anywhere. You can't go to the mall. You can't go to
Can't do that, but I can guarantee you if you ever use the Uber app, your phone is telling you every 20 minutes you can order food through Uber Eats.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, but
You can order. Have you guys used Drizzly?
No, haven't yet. Any good?
Yeah. You can order like beer and wine and whatever. Like I ordered some rosé because that's what I was drinking this weekend. So this weekend stuff was still open, but I was worried. I was like, I'm not going to any bars.
Fucking panicker, I swear to God. We're out every goddamn day. I've been to the liquor store 4 times today alone. I should have went again for a bottle of Fireball, damn it.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to get coronavirus, dude.
Why? You can get it, get over it, and have the immunity to it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a youngin, and you don't have an immune deficiency, so.
Yeah, but still.
No, there's no but
it
still.
can't be
You'll make it work. You'll look. You handle it now, or make it worse on yourself later.
No. Plus,
Remember
my
the
mom,
chicken pox?
so if I give it to her, it will be bad.
Right?
What you need to do is get it and go hang out with your boyfriend.
Right? Remember when your mom did that shit? We're going to fucking Mikey's house because
Chicken
he's
pox
not feeling
parties.
well. He's chicken pox. Oh, okay, mom. 10 days later, you're like, what the fuck am I itching at?
Fucking
His
pox
mother's
parties,
like,
but now
yes.
there's a vaccine for fucking chicken pox.
No more chicken pox. Now you just got to deal with fucking, what is it called? Shingles later on in life.
Oh, yeah, shingles. If you had chicken pox when you were a kid, then when you get older, the virus is still in your system. So
Yeah, the
you
shingles.
can get shingles, which is like
10 times worse.
Yeah.
Literally 10 times worse. And you can get it over and over and over.
But they have a vaccine. You
And
can,
every time you get it, it's worse
yeah.
and worse. Do you know if you get the shingles, it usually starts on the small of your back? That's where it starts. And if the virus spreads and comes across your belly and meets at the belly button, you're dead.
What?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
How does that work? What
I don't know.
vital organs are in your belly button?
I have no. Well, it's just okay. Look, if it spreads around your stomach and joins, is that better?
Yeah, if it connects the belt.
If it connects, you're dead.
Still, what vital
Shingles are
organs
serious.
are being affected?
Everybody should not worry about the coronavirus and worry about shingles because that'll kill you quicker.
Well, there's a vaccine for shingles, though.
Yeah, there's a vaccine for.
A vaccine for this too.
I was gonna say there's a vaccine for everything. China's already said we already got a vaccine for it because you fucking created it. Of course you had a vaccine for it. Stop eating bats.
Made in China.
Actually, it wasn't bats. Wasn't it bad fish or bad chicken?
They didn't say.
Yes, they did. They came out yesterday. It was
They
all
said
over,
bad chicken?
was all over the news feeds. The virus spread from a bat that infected another animal that was sold at the Wuhan market.
The wet market, yeah, the Wuhan
Right,
wet
the
market.
wet market. Yes, it
Yeah,
did not
that's
leak
terrible,
out
that shit.
of, allegedly.
It did not leak out of the government facility right there.
Yeah,
Which
which
is
we all
also in Wuhan.
second largest fucking
Yep.
drug place in the world. I mean, it's huge, second largest. But allegedly, it come from. I mean, bats carry all sorts of shit. And yeah, so they broke down the virus, at least not from patient zero, even though they've identified patient zero. They broke it down from someone else, and it matches 76% to SARS, which matches 76% to the bat population.
Yeah, that's all. It's SARS something
COVID
2.
Yeah. Yes.
Because it's all the same. Yeah.
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 It's SARS something 2, and then the
Yeah.
virus that you get is COVID-19.
Yes. All right, let's wrap this up and shut down Zoom so we don't get Zoom bombing.
Yeah, we're all on curfew.
Yeah, we're in
Some of us
curfew.
have-
You gotta go.
Y'all are
home.
all in violation of curfew.
You're
Oh,
all
fuck yeah.
violating your curfew right
Well,
now.
only
Okay.
one person is going to be violating curfew because he's got to leave there and go somewhere.
That's okay. I'm gonna go out on Route 9 because I only see like 3 cars going by
I
every
don't even
like
hear cars
20
going by. It's
minutes.
weird.
I'm gonna take pictures of myself and
crazy.
post it
Oh,
all over.
yeah, it's the nuttiest thing because you know anytime you're hanging out inside of Webb's house that you always hear a semi-truck roll by.
Dude, there is barely any traffic going by here. And all the traffic is going south, not north. Not north.
Plus 5:30.
Which
5:30 comes early.
is interesting because the traffic here at this time of night is always going into
Oh
the
yeah,
city.
you hear the tankers and
Yep.
shit flying by.
Mhm.
I've heard one truck go by in the last like 40 minutes.
Semis. Well, all the trucks go by here, man. the house shakes.
Just think how bad it's going to be when the truckers get shut down.
Dude, that's one out of all of my trucker group guys that I know. That's the one they said when you see these stop, then you panic.
You're fucked. If the trucks stop, we're fucked.
That's our transport.
There is no toilet paper.
Yeah. If the if the truckers aren't moving, then there's a problem.
Yeah, trucking industry is what fucking runs this shit, without a doubt. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, people.
Thank you for joining in.
Yeah.
Stay safe in your confidant.
Everyone stay germ-free.
Yeah, make sure to wash your hands and buy plenty of Purell.
Don't touch your face with unwashed hands.
Wash your hands.
Nose. Don't rub your eyes.
With unwashed, don't. Okay, whatever. Touch your face with unwashed hands. Stay 3 feet away from people.
No, it's 6 meters.
Now they're saying 6 to 10 feet.
Ooh, 6 to 10 feet. Oh, that's gonna make it interesting.
Even better. I'm into it. Don't
Oh,
touch it. Get away.
If those are the new rules, we should definitely all tune into the Today Show in the morning and see what they're doing. Yeah.
They canceled the, didn't it? They.
Fuck knows what they're
Doing
doing.
all this shit with no-
Can't
no
keep up with
audience,
any
no
of it.
audience.
All I know is there's no sports and it's really bad and fucking Destiny is broken again. Thank you, Trials. Cheaters.
Cheaters.
Oh, yeah. They fucking broke Trials immediately.
That's a bad thing.
And then all of that, and you want to bring back the fucking 4 Horsemen? What a wasted weapon that is.
I actually liked it.
Oh, yeah, of course, because you like playing with stupid weapons.
I like the 4 Horsemen.
Yeah, exactly. You probably
That's
like
like the
Queen's.
perfect
You
paradox.
probably like Queensbreaker's bow too.
Oh yeah, I didn't really like that.
Yeah, Lord of Wolves, another stupid weapon.
Goom, boom, goom, goom, goom.
4 Horsemen.
Lord of Wolves.
When you
Boom,
leave
boom,
that shit
boom,
on
boom.
PlayStation, we would have been much happier if you just left it on PlayStation. Should have stayed there, never come over. Busting out the Jade Rabbit and killing everyone with it.
Mm.
That's it.
Who are you
All right,
running
hey,
trials
bro.
with?
On that note,
Fucking 2 randoms. I played like 3 games the other day, and it was the fucking sniping.
Oh yeah.
It's not possible in this game anymore, but then yet there it was. And then I watched a video of that dude who they were sniping and a warlock self-res. Yeah, you heard me say that right. Self-resed as the last kill was happening to take out the other team. How do you self-res in Destiny 2?
Yeah, I was gonna say that warlock power's been gone for a while now.
Yeah, that doesn't really. I thought you were talking about Destiny 1 for a second because
Well,
not a thing
that's
anymore.
exactly what he did. He self-resed. So I don't even cheaters. Destiny teams. Bungie's looking at it right now. They were looking at it yesterday. They're looking at it today, and they may shut down Trials.
Aw, man.
Go figure. I don't understand how Trials is out for a whopping 3 hours, and people have figured out how to fucking cheat already.
Yeah, it's just like that that hunter weapon
Yeah.
that made it so you could spin your thing like endlessly.
Yep.
They
If you've got the
broke
bill.
weapon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And where's my package, Destiny? You told everybody who made it to the lighthouse flawlessly we were getting a package. Where is it? I want my package.
They're gonna give you your package.
I
Just
want my
relax.
emblem. I just want my emblem to prove that I was flawless. Yeah. All right, 8-Bit Bros, Thursday will be here or there or maybe there or who knows where he'll be and
with all the new
who knows where
developments.
she'll be, but we'll be here,
Yeah.
we hope,
Yes.
Quarantine as usual.
unless
We shouldn't have any trouble putting on a show because 9 times out of 10, what it's going to be is we're going to be in the house.
Yeah.
it depends on how many people are sucking up bandwidth on your node. It's getting worse and worse. The more they quarantine people at home. Infrastructure's
Thursday,
not
we
set
might
up.
all be on lockdown. So
Right? Infrastructure's not set up for this kind of consumption. It's not
True.
there.
They're gonna have to fix it though. If they're saying July or August, then
We're
it's
fucked.
gonna have to be fixed
Very thought.
before we collapse as a society.
We'll hold a show by passing notes via carrier pigeons.
Ooh, we can do that. We can do that.
I got bitches.
Oh no, wrong one.
I got
All right,
bitches.
8-Bit Bros. It's been fun.
All right.
Pigeon.
We're out of here.
Oh wait,
We're out.
yeah, we're out. Peace. See you
Way past curfew
Thursday.
time.